What's up, bro? No intro. No intro. We going straight to it. We live. We is live. Damn, I wanted to do the vertical joint.
I don't know the difference, bro,
I know.
and I don't know where
You
I'm
won't
not
know the
working.
difference. You won't know unless you're the actual user that's flipping through YouTube. You got this new feature now where they offer you a chance to go live on. It's like it ain't two platforms, but it's two different screen sizes. You got the vertical screen and then you got the horizontal like we doing now. You know, the horizontal live around forever, but now they added a new feature where you can go live on a horizontal screen where they just flip the camera angle to horizontal. And for some reason, YouTube pushes it to more people because it's a new feature. You know, it's something they're trying to promote, so they put more eyes on you when you do the vertical joint. So I was trying to do that, but I couldn't get you added, which was pissing me off. It's not hard to do, just wasn't working, I guess. But yeah, we was talking last night. And it got. I don't know what happened. It got cut off. What do you think about last night's story? You think it was unproductive, or what you thinking? You're not even there. How about that?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my phone screen turned out. You can't hear me. Time out. You can't hear me. So be aware of that on here.
Yeah. When you leave
Um,
your screen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but I can't even. Yeah, I can't go to nothing else. I can't even go to change the setting. But either way, bro, I'll make sure we make it work.
What you
So
mean? What you trying to change?
I was gonna change my settings so that my screen don't sleep.
Oh, gotcha.
My screen
Yeah.
go
Go
to
ahead.
sleep in 15 seconds. If I do
Yeah.
that,
Go
it's
ahead.
gonna take away from the screen.
No, it ain't. You just gonna freeze, and I'm not gonna hear
Oh,
you.
okay.
It's just gonna. It's like a pause.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. I do it all the time, but I'll be like, your screen froze. Yeah, like, yeah, it's because I'm on a different window. Yeah, you going a little too long now. You didn't knock yourself out. Wish I had some background music. Oh, shoot. Come on, bro. Don't take that long to change your display time. That's smart.
Nothing I just said.
Nope. I hear you
That is
now.
crazy. That is crazy. So I'll repeat myself for those who didn't hear. Are we still live?
Yeah, yeah. I was waiting
Oh,
on you to get back,
oh, I've been
and then it
back. I
dropped
was
off.
talking. Yeah, I was talking.
Really?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Mm.
In response to last night's show, like I'm gonna say this, um, you know, even in the midst of what some will see was a back and forth, even when you say that, the conversation is circular, um, I think people miss the point. Well, no, I think the point can be missed.
Mm.
See, the dialogue isn't always about me seeing his side, me seeing her side, she's seeing my side, him seeing my side. It's not about always about that, right? What happens is that the conversation is heard.
Right,
Two completely, separate sides of the conversation are heard. This is opportunity for your voice to be heard. Um, and from an observer's perspective, right? If we want to talk about the community, I think conversations like that show that the community is not a monolith. The community is
right,
diverse. But what it also shows is that even within that diverse community, that community does care enough to have conversations about topics like this. You see what I'm saying?
hmm I'm trying to get around this
Um,
train. Hold on.
yeah,
If
take
you
your
going
time,
around,
but
I'm going around.
yeah, well, you shouldn't be going around no train and no semi, please.
No, it's sitting. He's sitting. He's sitting.
Still, you can't. I'm shut. Let me shut up. So anyway,
Train got the right of
um,
way. I know at all times.
yeah. Anyway, what I'm saying is that if we're talking about the black community, if you want to put us all in the box just because of our skin tone and have everybody look at us, well, I know even in those conversations, I think the strength is the fact that anybody on the outside, they're seeing that there are different opinions within our community. Our
Right,
community does have levels, but our community does care enough to have a conversation about things that are affecting us and other topics.
I can
So,
see that. Yeah,
so, so it's going to get emotional, right? Because there's value and passion behind the topic, and that's good. I much
well,
rather have
from
that
the
that emotion and expressiveness outside of violence, because guess what?
right,
That emotion and expressiveness in some parts of our community results in real violence,
Right.
right? Nobody's harmed, right? What dude E or Ty, what they say, it's not harming me. You know, those emotional threats, and I keep it a bean. Those emotional threats of violence, for anybody on looking that really has a sound brain, that know that that's just fear, that's just discomfort. And I'm hoping that people understand that that's not how we should be handling it. But I hope that people looking at us as that used to look at us as a monolith know that we don't handle our differences, or we don't handle our emotions like that. That's why I didn't capitulate to that conversation, that dialogue.
I get it from a viewer's perspective. Yeah, they get to see in real time something that's not a monolith. But I'm speaking more on the panel. I wish we, even though we had opposing views on a lot of things, fundamental views, we got to get to a place where it don't turn emotional, and you know what I'm saying, have these name calling sessions. Because when I watch other shows, more professional shows, I ain't talking about other content creators that may be our peers. I'm talking about like seeing it, things like that, when they can have like a heated debate without all of that extra stuff. If we can get that, if we could remove that out of the conversation, I think it would be viewed better by the
Well,
onlookers.
so let me say this. I hear what you're saying, but I disagree. And
Okay.
the reason why I disagree is this, is because CNN is partially scripted. CNN has an agenda. CNN has the face of a
I don't
legitimate
want you to I don't
conversation.
want you to lock in on CNN. I was just using that as an example. I didn't
Well,
want you to lock in on CNN, but just
eh,
any public
eh,
space that's in front of a camera.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And let me take CNN out of there. But let's say those productions are exactly that, productions,
Right.
right? So the object of a production, just like a sitcom or TV, is to give the setting of something that's real life and present as it is and present as you think it would be, but it's not real and it's not authentic. So I'm gonna say the reason why I disagree is because that's not how conversations go all the time. We have some conversations that go well and we disagree, and it's cool. We also
Right.
have conversations that get emotional and people don't know how to control their emotions, and then they started try to sling mud and detract from the topic. That happens.
So is that what we want to do?
I'm cool with it because it's
You cool
real.
with that?
I'm 100% cool with it because it's real. See
Mm.
what I want to do is, bro, and again, I don't care how people look at it, but I believe in meeting people where they are. I believe in tackling situations head on. So if I have a conversation with a person and where they are in their thought process is right then and there, I'm with
Right.
the shit. I'm with it. But see, what's not gonna happen is I'm not. I'll play the game with you, but I understand that my role is to lead at any cost, regardless if I see myself as a leader over you. I'm representing something bigger. So what I'm
Right.
not gonna do is I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna jeopardize me. I'm not gonna do anything that I'm gonna attack an individual directly or throw any threats and nothing like that. And I'm not saying that he was, I'm cool with that. I'm not trying to bring that up as like E last night, he was wrong with the threat or whatever. You cool. I'm like, bro, I don't take it personally. But what I'm saying
Right.
is for me is I'm not gonna do that because I understand still there's a leadership element. Now, will I go there? Yeah. And I make it clear. Anytime I have a conversation about anything somebody say, I'm speaking to your point and the character of the conversation. I won't speak to it. I don't have a personal relationship with none of these people. So nothing that I say could ever be personal to them. It can be personal to their frame of mind. It can be personal to whatever the circumstance that we're talking about and the conversation that we have. And I think that that's important because again, we're not a monolith. There are people that identify with my perspective and my position and where I'm at. There are people that definitely identify with where E is, where Ty is, where CDT is, right? That's the beauty of our culture and our community. It's not singular. It's
Right.
not
So you
singular.
so you're okay name calling and hurling insults because it don't mean nothing that we don't know each other.
I'm okay because I can make it clear that it's not personal. Like
So
in
if
our
you call me a
community,
bitch and it ain't personal, like I'm trying to put logic
that,
behind what you're saying.
so watch this. When I say somebody is something,
Mm.
I'm speaking to them. I'm not speaking. I ain't call nobody out their name. I say you a B, you a this, you a that. I'm speaking to your frame of thought. I'm speaking to your conversation. I'm speaking to your dialogue. I'm speaking to your
Cool.
perspective. That's what it's
Yeah.
about. Like if somebody did want to say some things like that, they don't know you to have any intent behind it. But again, in our community, we got a lot of people who are emotionally intelligent, right? I've been
Right.
like that before. I have times that I'm like that. I'm not, it happens, right? But guess what? Look what we've done. We moved past it. We forgave it. We addressed it.
Right.
I think that's what the community needs to see too.
A good
Ain't
dust
nobody,
up, and then everybody
yeah,
shake up at the end. Yeah.
yeah, because it's enigmatic of who we really are. Like, guess what? He woke up this morning and took care of his family, whatever he do in his life, right? Same here. Nobody was on the news talking about this happened, that happened. It's not a side story.
Right.
Ben Crump ain't sitting next to nobody in the interview talking about, boy, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
If this was in Mississippi, we got to be better because they're gonna investigate this until make sure we get justice for E.
He said justice for E.
Justice for E.
So you're assuming that Ben Crump will take his side,
I know that's not an assumption. I'm just throwing them
huh?
out there just to poke fun.
Uh-huh. I got
To poke fun. Now, and also let me say this too, bro. Just so the audience here. Those comments about Ben, I don't know Ben Crump personally, but guess what? Because he's in the public and what he say, I get to address what I see as I see it. Period.
you. Yeah.
Period.
When I say
You
circular conversations, I just mean when people start repeating the same thing over and over again. That's what I mean by circular. It's like, okay, like we're not getting nowhere on this particular topic or this, you know what I'm saying, subtopic. And
well,
that's what I
well,
mean by circular.
so let me tell you why I don't have a problem with that, bro. Because I know this, even with your kids, you can say some shit over and 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 over, right?
Mhm.
When you don't think the message is getting through, outside of your presence, if there's validity to what was said, it's gonna find its way, right? And I'll just say this again. I'm hoping that something somewhere out of the conversation that I have with E, I've had with Ty Pro, anybody that we went back and forth with, right? In their real life, they get an example, and that example shows them the value of having that conversation.
Mm.
That's what it's about. Like I said on live, like I said personally, ain't nobody backing me down from where I stand, and I'm not speaking from an emotional place. I'm using facts and logic from true experience. That fact and logic may be a different perspective. I may have a different perspective based on how I'm viewing the facts and logic, but I'm standing on it, and I'm fine with somebody who's standing on the opposite side.
Right.
I'm hoping that common sense wins, and I'm hoping that anybody who has that energy has the same energy to go up and make a change in their situation. Use that same energy. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, you said the conversation was productive.
It's always productive. Anytime there's conversation in the midst of a difference, that's productive. Doesn't have to be resolved. Doesn't
No, we
have to
know it ain't
always have a
resolved.
solution,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's
But in order,
conversation.
but in order to be productive, it has to yield a product. So what did you walk away from to make it productive? What did you glean or take from that to make
The,
you
the
feel like
truth
that was
is,
productive?
the reason why it's productive in me is a reality check. It gave me Um, it gave me, and just to be real, it gave me an opportunity to see our community, is still needs to be heard. Still needs to, we still have people like that in our community. It's a reality check. And for me, from my perspective, that's just encouragement that needs to go harder. I need to figure out how to articulate it in a way that that more can understand. I just want to bring it to the light. That's what they say. Bring it to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Bring some of these issues to the light. Because if I truly believe that somebody thinks that a society can thrive when people, have a low moral compass, and a real society can thrive. If I really believe that, then we in big trouble.
Well, he gave me the example of the United States. I don't know who that was, but
And but
they're thriving. I thought that was a good example, even though you spun it on them.
that's thriving, and we're not considering the byproduct of that.
Right,
And where the problem.
right. That's what I said. That's why I like your comeback. He was like, well, it's the same byproduct that you're not championing, but you're using as an example is the same byproduct that you complain about on your channel.
And that's my point. That's my point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think today, in their real life, they got to resonate. I don't expect people to catch the wave in the midst of the conversation, because this ain't a conversation. This ain't the first time that their viewpoints and their thoughts have been challenged. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, if there was the origin, there would be no hope. But the fact that even the fact that I think it was E, that he listened that long and then decided to join, that let me know that it's something in that conversation, something in what was being delivered that wanted his perspective to be out there. And I was like, bro, this is the internet, and people that do the internet, they're able to hide behind things. So some people want to just jump out there, throw a rock, and then hide their hand and go do what's right and start applying some of that in their regular life.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like secretly, because it's we all have egos, right? And like I said, some of my clapbacks aren't clapbacks. They're truths. They're truths that we need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was talking about when I said pay your rent. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We spoke about ownership. We spoke about those things, right? If you feel that's a slight to you, deep down inside, I want you to know you can do better. Go own something. Have
No,
control over this, and you
hold on.
can't.
You're assuming that they rent.
No, I'm not
You're
assuming.
assuming that they're
I'm not
renters.
assuming. I'm not
They told you
assuming.
they were.
I'm not assuming. I'm talking in general. If that applies to somebody, then I hope they're encouraged.
Bro, if you're talking to
Rather
me and
just
telling me to pay my rent, you're talking to me.
again,
You wasn't just throwing that out there. You was aiming it.
so again, it was definitely aimed. But if it applies to you and it's your situation, then you gotta be encouraged. It wasn't refuted. Did you ever hear a back? No, I don't pay rent. I own. No, that's not it. So again, bro, it's not to tear nobody down. And I think even Ty, listen, I really have respect for him. I think he understands what I'm doing. I understand he knows there's a production and this is conversation and context. But like I said, bro, iron sharpens iron. Sometimes you gotta feel the sharpness of that other iron a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It has to be contact. I gotta touch you so that you can get that sharpening that you need, and vice versa, right? I'm not gonna sit up here and say that each and every one of my positions that I take as we on this podcast are right and perfect, but each and every conversation and every exchange is an opportunity for me to see another perspective and understand it.
Right.
Doesn't mean that I have
Yep.
to live with it. Don't mean that I have to change to it. Don't mean that I have to look down on it. I can hear it. And hearing it, what it does for me is if it applies to me, if it's something that I can benefit from in my regular life, I go apply it. If it's something so asinine that I think is crazy, I make sure I fight against it, and I make sure I prepare my children to be completely opposite of that. See, everything is a teacher moment. Everything,
Everything. That's right. Yep.
everything. And I don't think, like I said, I don't think in the moment people understand, bro. This is chess. This is chess, bro. My checker, my board, although they look the same, is tan and cream or brown and cream, not red and black.
Right.
Let that marinate.
What's up? Well, no, they don't take marination. We got it. What I think I asked this question before. What is the gap between what is the gap between the two extremes? Is it closer to the middle, or is it just are we any closer to finding common ground? Or are we just on two separate opposing ends? Because you said you learn a new perspective when you get online and you understand how opposite we are.
Well,
Are we
so,
bridging the gap? What does that look like for you?
so the fact that, huh? The fact that, we could have opposite perspectives. The fact that we could have opposite perspectives is cool. Um, but I think the fact that we're expressing that, it shows that we're both aware,
Right.
right?
We're aware of
Right?
something. Yeah.
We're aware. So if there's awareness, right, that lets you know we care.
Mm-hmm.
We not blind to it. And like I was saying, bro, some of our actions, and when I say are, again, I'm saying everybody who light skinned it, not light skinned it, but like skinned it, sometimes our actions show that we're oblivious to even caring. If you look at some of the that we do and we see, that we even talk about from an outside perspective, it looks like what we lack compassion, we lack caring, we lack empathy.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So for the world to see, no, we got conversations going on about this. We care passionately about this. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
What
That's what I
what what
want.
I
That's
my
what I want
point
our
is
audience to understand. Hold on. That's what I want our audience to understand. I don't want you to come over here thinking it's World War III or Royal Rumble. Like this is the objective of the channel. These tough conversations. You know,
yeah.
and
And
people need
and
to see that we can have, like you said, they need to see that we can have these conversations, whether they be productive or emotional or whatever. But like you said, just the social awareness to know that hey, yeah, they ain't animals. They actually do care.
well, watch this. And I think just for the most part, most of our audience um is not watching um
I'm talking about the future audience.
not,
I'm not talking about the current watchers. I'm talking about people who just may drop in on a new
no,
user that drops in on the conversation.
yeah, this is all of it. I think
Yeah.
again, and my role is to allow people in on our conversations. So I
Mm,
think what most people will get from our dialogue is they'll stay and they'll watch based on comfort and familiarity, right? And
right.
what happens is this: behaviors are learned. And what I mean is you don't have to tell somebody, hey, I'm teaching you this. What happens is your presence and your involvement creates learned behaviors. So what's happening is they're gonna be here for the familiarity, for people they can identify with, even arguments that they can identify with, right?
Mm,
So over time, they're gonna notice that those arguments happen. They keep happening. And psychologically and subconsciously, they see the discord, but they see these people coming back together and coming back together and keep talking and coming back together, keep talking. They're not going to
mm,
see any news reports. They're not going to see any violence. They're not going to see
right.
anybody jumping up and 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 inciting anything negative. to that individual. They're going to see that both of our lives go on. And then we come back and we talk shit and have a conversation about something different. So what's happening is psychologically, they're seeing that you can have healthy disagreements, even the way that we have it, right? Slights and insults. We've always been known to play the dozens and talk a little crap. But I'd much rather them see that than them see what these YNs is doing in the streets for real, right? When somebody feeling get hurt, oh, I'm gonna put my blicky. I got my pole. I got and it's really happening,
Right.
right? So psychologically, when they see those things speak danger, because guess what? There's differences, emotion, and discord with them. But look at the result. So the longer we have these conversations, even if they're intense, even if they're cool, even if they're level-headed, no matter what they are, what we're doing is we're creating a different perspective and a different environment on how we operate. I think our culture naturally leads with aggression. And I'm okay with that because I don't want to, I think some podcasts come off as too polished, right? When you polished, it can make people feel a little discomfort, right? Kind of like y'all even kind of mention that about me and my approach on things because of how I approach things. I don't have to say it, but the inference is that I'm better. I'm this, I'm that, right? Well, I'm human. We're human. I'm a part of that melting pot of emotion, right? I'm a part of that. I may be a different part of that, but I'm still part of it. I'm still representative of that, of who we are as a person, right? I think our issue is think about the crab in the crab bucket, the analogy, right? I wanted to say this last night, but I think it was a little tense, and I didn't want to say nothing to anybody directly. But the object of crabs in the crab bucket is that you want to pull the crab down that knows a way out and is not sitting and complaining that they're in the bucket, but that's working their way out. The crabs in the bucket want to keep talking about the crab that's out or the crab that's getting out. That's what was happening. Do you understand that analogy and how I'm explaining it and how it applies?
No, I don't see how that applies, but I understand the analogy.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain how it applies, right? So let's generalize and say that well no, let's generalize based on the conversation and let's talk let's say that okay, Ken thinks he's better than somebody, which that's not the case, right? I've never thought that. I've never said that, right? However, let's say before Ken has spoken, we're all in the bucket together, right? Well, in Ken's head, Ken knows I don't want to be in this bucket. And Ken starts doing things to get out the bucket. And now he's speaking from a perspective that's not in the bucket. Well, because his perspective doesn't always speak to what's going on in the bucket, it's speaking to something different. The crabs in the bucket say that he thinks he's better than because he looks just like us. He's from where we from. But why don't he talk like us? Why don't he take on to the fact that we in this bucket? Why ain't he stuck there? Well, the truth of the matter is all the crabs want to get out the bucket. And I'm not thinking that I'm better than anybody, but I know I'm better than being in the bucket.
You saying you're better than the bucket, but we're just getting in our fields and thinking that you're aiming it at us.
Absolutely.
Mm.
I refuse to be in the bucket. Guess what? I understand that hurts while you in the bucket, but I'm hoping it inspires you. Get the fuck out the bucket. Do you understand what I'm saying?
In
Because
theory,
guess what?
I'm trying to reference that to the conversation. In theory, I get what you're saying, but now
Yeah.
I'm trying to make it make sense with the conversation last night. What was the big disagreement besides the moral compass?
I think the big disagreement is fundamental is a fundamental disagreement in our community, bro. That fundamental disagreement is that do we sit and continue to have dialogue about what has happened, i.e. slavery, i.e. segregation, i.e. redlining, i.e. Jim Crow, right? Do we sit?
Your volume just went away. Must have got a phone call.
No, I didn't get a phone call. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My screen timed out. So what I'm saying is that the issue is that do we do we in our community, do we sit and during the acknowledgement of what has happened, right? Again,
Mm.
i.e. slavery, i.e. Segregation, i.e. Jim Crow, redlining, and all these things. And these, people even say systematic oppressions, right? Do
Right.
we sit and do we dwell on that and pull that into what's going on with us today? Or do we discuss the opportunities that are in front of us? Now,
Or acknowledge it, just go around it
or
instead
if
of
not,
just sitting there. Yeah,
right. So it's the next move.
right.
And I always feel like our problem is we get caught in not making the next move. What happens is, again, like I was saying yesterday, when you're driving a car, you absolutely have to glance back. But the purpose of driving a car is to go forward.
Right.
There has to be more focus on where you're going. And what I'm trying to say is our lives are a whole lot shorter than what we think. Every day sulking in what was is the day that you lose to change what can be. You can't do anything about yesterday, but you can do
Hey,
everything about tomorrow.
about tomorrow. Yeah. How did we get there though? We was talking about the OJ trial, right? I'm just trying to figure out how do we slither down that road.
Well, we always gonna sliver down that road when you got people because there's a history of um there's a history of a huge subgroup within our community is stuck.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Again, back to the monolith. We yeah, we want to be a
Right.
monolith when you find somebody you disagree with, but then when the
Yeah.
outside culture views you as an animal, then all of a sudden you want to wait, ho, we're not all animals. You know, it's like, come on, if we're not
Yeah.
all animals, if we're not all a monolith, then why is there such a disdain when you hear an opposing view? Like that's the part that I just boggle to this day.
But it's easy to utilize association to support your point, right?
Yeah.
It's very tough to use association when you're trying to address your insecurities or places where you lack.
Do you hate your own people, Ken?
Why would I?
I'm just using the basis of what they were trying to insinuate because the basic fundamentals of a coon is the person that hates their own race and speaks against it. And
Let,
when
let
I
me
say
let me
speak against it, I don't mean call out the obvious. I mean like I don't know. I don't think you do either, but you may not articulate that I'd be
No,
knocking that down. But the basic
I
fundamentals of a coon, you don't follow. You just don't. You're not a compassionate. You don't give excuses. So
absolutely. I don't have a chance to. There's not time in life to.
you're 400 years behind. Excuses.
Right. So, so let me say this.
Or 200 and something years
Well,
behind. Whatever.
let me say this. Let's take that comment or that title of a coon, right? Does that title and the basis of that title resonate in any other community?
What do you mean resonate? Do they care about it?
No. So whatever that
Is that what you're
title
saying?
embodies, hear me out. Whatever that title embodies, is it possible to be that in a white community?
Oh, I see what you're saying. What is the equivalent of that in other communities? That's a good
There,
question.
there,
That's my
there
homework.
is none. There
I don't
is
know.
none. And hold on. Let me tell you why. Because it was created by the crabs in the bucket. Nobody, no other community looks at their community as those who made it and those who didn't. Because that's really what it is. Those who see something differently than what I see, right? Every community has people with different experiences, but we want to label our experiences, people who have different experiences that look like us and who operate differently than the psychological collective of us. Because it's not a true collective. We're not a monolith. We said that already.
Well, I'm gonna give
For
you the same answer
anybody,
I gave you last night. I'm gonna give you the same answer I gave you last night. In the white community or any other communities, you got Democrats and Republicans. It's like same skin tones, but just different philosophies.
thank you. Thank you. Ain't nobody calling them coons.
Right.
Ain't nobody calling them Uncle Toms. Think about the concept of think about the concept in coons of Uncle Toms. If you have a whole
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of people that are quote unquote oppressed, and that
Hmm.
oppression started psychologically, the person who decides to operate differently within that oppression, they get a title. That
Well, they
title
got
is
titles.
coming
They
from
got titles, bro. They got
no,
titles
no,
over
no.
there.
Hear me out. I'm saying
Democrats,
that
refuse. I
well,
mean, they got they poke fun.
but but you know what I mean. That's not based on color, right?
Right,
That's another subcategory. They're basing it
right,
on color. See, watch this. According to the logic, right? According to the logic, if somebody's calling somebody, a black person's calling another black person a coon, right?
right.
According to the logic and what's behind that coon title, if you took color out of it, right? And then you put color back in it after everybody's been pointing out, and you judge actions, and you put color back in it after you pointed out coonery, right?
Right.
All the coons will be white people. And the black people that operate like the other black people that don't operate and that operate like white people. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
I think that's the essence of the definition, coon, because white people are the original coons. They speak out against black people. To your point. So if they see
And
anybody acting like that, then that's why you get not you, but that's why you would get the label. Because
so
you're acting
so
like
let
the
me
oppressor.
so let me ask a question. Take away the term oppressor.
Oh, I was just that's what they use. I just yeah. Go ahead.
Let's
Yeah,
take away the
take that
term
away.
oppressor. The person in the plantation that was a
Wait.
slave.
Hold on. How are we gonna take the word oppression away if you're gonna use plantation example for the slaves? Hold on.
No, I'm about to put it back in there.
Oh, okay.
What they're saying is you don't act like us. It's turning it to a us and a them. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the problem. They want to associate us all together when it's talking about our struggle. And the only success is if you're them.
So you're not allowed to agree within the culture. They cast you out, is what you're saying, basically. You're not allowed to
It,
exist within the culture and have a different opinion.
isn't that what happens?
Yeah, they just count you among them. Yeah, which causes a monolith,
When
right? The very thing they're running from.
watch this. When a nigga make it and he come back, the first thing other niggas say is you act in Hollywood. What does that mean? You acting like you better than us. Well, the last time I thought the goal was to be better. And the person that is better doesn't have a problem with it.
But it's not about the being better. It's about the talking down.
That's
I
not
think that's
talking
the
down.
disconnect. No, hold on.
Because
I'm saying I think that's the disconnect. It's not that what you got or where you at in life or what you stand for is so much the problem. The problem starts when you start talking and punching down or appearing to be punching down. That's when the disrespect starts and the listening stops. You said you were talking in general, and you said if the shoe fit, wear it. So I mean, I don't know. And if you're talking, I can't hear you. Screen must have timed out again.
yeah, screen timed out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what and that's the thing. See, based on the
it's like
audience.
it's like I don't
Wait, wait,
mind
wait,
you
wait, wait.
being. Just I'm talking about me personally, real quick. I don't mind you being better than me. I don't care. I care when you start trying to lord it over me. That's when I have a problem.
Well, hold
I'm not
on.
speaking this to you. I'm not speaking this to you. I'm speaking this in general. I don't mind you being better than me, doing better than me, thriving and having a beautiful life. The problem
So
begins when you start talking down. That's when I get offended. Go ahead.
so let me ask you a question. And I'm glad we're having this discussion. Let's
What's up,
use
man?
somebody that we all can identify with, right?
Hmm.
Let's say Jay-Z. Everybody quote unquote considers Jay-Z as uber successful,
Right.
right? Now, for the last 30 years, he's been uber successful. He has 30 years of life experiences and what he does on a daily basis and how he operates. He's raised almost an adult children now, right? If somebody, let's call them the common folk, had a conversation with Jay-Z and his conversation is just about his life and this, that, and the other, they
I was
probably would feel
extreme.
that I'm just saying in general, they would feel that his life or his conversation is talking down. Because if he's not complaining or have the same issues that you see on a daily basis, or he doesn't perceive things the way you see it, how is that talking down? See, what happens is when we find success, quote unquote, whatever the community objectively looks at as success, we're required. Remember I told you this before, to stay humble and remember where we came from. No other community
Again, stand humble. Stand humble has nothing to do with talking down. Nobody's
no,
saying
it's
don't
not.
talk about it.
So hold on. The whole concept of talking down is perceptive.
No,
That
no.
same
You telling
conversation,
a
bro.
nigga to go pay his rent, make sure his rent paid? Like what where did that what
Well,
place did that have in the conversation? You
what do
keep
you
trying to
mean?
get around that. You keep trying to get around that, and then but that's where the problem started, bro.
So that's not where the problem started. When you throw an insult, I don't gotta hit you with an insult, but I can hit you with some reality that makes sense.
Oh, that was a clapback.
And it
Okay, all right.
and guess what? It feels just like an insult, but it's true. Remember I told you.
He said, "Feel
Remember
sucking it."
Yeah, bro. Remember I told you I was talking to you about a relationship that I had before, and you know me, I'm not the back and forth person with arguing and be emotional when I speak. You can say I hate you, you ain't this, you ain't say all this stuff that's not true. But when I clap back with the truth. Remember I told that chick, when you leave this
Yeah.
relationship, when I leave this relationship, when you leave this relationship, my life don't change. When you leave this relationship, you pack a bag. So who you calling dumb? Who you calling stupid? See, I don't sling mud like that. I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna analyze. And if I want to put things in perspective, I use a little reality in it. A lot of reality in it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you the one gonna be
And
packing a bag.
yeah,
It's funny.
you calling me a dumbass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Duh.
Right.
Yeah, guess what? When this little argument is over, here, see you. Nothing changes in my life. You got to figure some things out. You know what I'm saying? And same thing in that conversation, bro. Like it's so funny, and I'm gonna throw this out there. It's so funny that the focus is on talking down and being and feeling better, right? And thinking that I'm better, which I've never said any of those things, right? Not once have we had a long conversation about the repeated coon collapse. See, you can't punch up and hit me. That coon shit, your arm's too short to hit me. And that's not me. Okay, so that is me talking shit, but that's me telling the truth. And the reason why I can say that is because I put in the work to be able to say the things I say, because my experiences ain't your experiences, bro. So do I speak when I clap back? I clap back with intent, but I clap back with factual intent. You feel what I'm saying?
I hear you. I feel you.
I,
I
and,
feel, I
and
feel like we hold on. I feel like we didn't follow the playbook though. We strategized and ran a play. Well, I shouldn't say we ran a play. We drew up a play for the show, and then we just told it just went out the door.
bro,
And
that's
I
how
can
it
take some
goes
blame for that.
sometimes.
I can take some
No,
blame for that because I was moderating. I didn't have to let that even be
no,
what it was.
bro, your moderation is not to control anything. That's a conversation that they wanted to have, bro. And I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Right.
I hope it inspires and encourages people. When I say I was gonna buy Detroit, there's a lot of reality in that. I wouldn't mind it. And I think some people get offended by the audacity of saying it out loud. Why wouldn't you want to buy Detroit? It's profitable. Values are down. Some of the lowest values in large metropolitan
Right.
cities in the country. But a person who's in their feelings feel like that's an insult. A person who hasn't put in the work and really understands it, or that's not their lane, that's like, man, you insulting me. What you mean? You better than me? No, I'm better than you. But I much rather own Detroit. Yeah, bro. So again, I definitely I speak from a place of reality, and I hope, like I said, I hope at the end of the day, these are all intelligent people. I give them credit for it. These ain't, our audience aren't people that's out there going and you know hurting and unaliving each other and being extra ignorant, right? No, it's 80-20, bro. And I think most of us, it's the 80. I think we got the 80 on here. But the 80 are surrounded by that strong stench of the 20. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, bro. I hope just like bro, it's a learning experience. When they talk, I sure enough be listening. And what I do, what I hear, I grow.
Yeah,
I grow.
I hope we ain't in the midst. I hope we're not in the midst of a bunch of Joey P's. I don't want people running off.
If they do,
You
they
know.
do, bro. Guess what?
All
Do you
right. If they
think
do, they
during
do. I still don't want that though.
hey, like what's my man name that I met at the game? From Clutch Sports. Um Man, what's his name?
You
LeBron's
said what?
manager. The dude that I met
Oh,
at the game from Clutch Sports. God dog it.
I
I
see
can't think
his
of his name.
face.
I'm looking at his face right
Short
now.
dude.
He on the show with
Uh,
Max Kellerman.
right.
Like I told you, he told me, he said, keep pushing, being authentic, and your tribe will find you. Keep being you and being authentic. And I was like, damn, that's what we talking
Rich,
about.
Rich Paul. Rich
Chris
Paul.
Paul, yeah. Not Chris Paul. That's a
I
basketball
said
player.
Rich.
Rich
Rich.
Paul.
Rich.
Okay. I'm like Chris Paul. Wait, hold up, different dude. But so yeah, bro.
What happened?
Can you hear me?
I can't now. Yep. I can hear you.
Oh, I guess the call came through. So 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 yeah, like I was saying, you gotta find your tribe.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. I just
When
when I say that, I'm not saying when I say I wish people don't run away, not for the subscriber count or engagement. I just don't want people to run from these conversations. I would like to know that there's people out there that can speak passionately, disagree, get offended, and still come back, like we talked about earlier.
they can, bro. So let me say this. Unfortunate fact is that this is not the first time these conversations have been heard. This is not us reinventing a
Right.
wheel.
There you go. Right. We ain't breaking news. Yeah.
Yeah. So these conversations have been heard. Most people are probably aware. Like Todd said, my talking points are consistent with a whole bunch of people, which I didn't know about, right? And I didn't, I don't too
Mm.
much care for. So it's not that it's new, but like I said, this is an opportunity for them to have those contrasting conversations with somebody with a talking point. A lot of people with bigger platforms, you can't get to them like this. You got to pay for it. But
Right.
people want it, right? People want it. So I say, look, get it now because next time it's gonna cost
Right.
you.
Right.
Because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. I ain't changing my stance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And CDC try to say it could be a storm and you could lose all that. I'll be back tomorrow. care about care about
You
that
can get
little
it back.
shit.
Right. You get it back. That's one thing for
And yeah,
certain.
yeah, and you know what's funny too though, bro? I wanted to express this too, bro. It's I talked to you this about 20 years ago. Remember I told you I said, man, F being humble. I'll never be that again. Because that put me in such a a place of discomfort that I felt like I was doing it to make people around me feel good. And I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't growing from that. Remember I called you out the blue and said, man, I'm done being humble.
Hmm.
Remember that? Because I feel like that holds us back. We are the only people that always are preaching to our other people. You should be humble.
What
You
does
should
that
be
look like
humble.
though? What does
You
that look
can
like?
look. It looks like whatever that insecure person that's telling you to do it wants it to look like. Because there's no the only way you're proving that you're not humble is to that person,
Mhm.
right?
So being
People
humble is
don't
like a
get
people pleaser.
Yeah. And, and you can never do it the right way, because if I'm being scared, I'm not talking about my successes. I'm not talking about what I'm really doing. I'm sitting here in a room where I'm uncomfortable now. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear about your issues with the weed, man, or you getting drunk last week and this and that. Those things don't move me. So since I gotta be humble, I can't talk about investments. I can't talk about raising my kids the right way. I can't talk about profit. So I gotta be humble.
Right.
I don't like people that tell you to be humble, want you to be fearful of losing what you work for. But typically, those are the people that haven't worked for and achieved the shit that they want in their life. You know what I'm saying? You've been putting in work. You've been owner operated, driving, owning trucks, been in the trucking business for 15, 20 years, right?
21. 22. Yeah.
22 years. Should you be fearful about losing it?
No. I already got plan B and C. Right.
Because guess what? In the beginning, you probably were, right? Oh, let me make sure I do this right. Let me make this turn. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to get these points from
Right.
insurance out, right? Because you haven't put the work in, right?
Mm-hmm.
After you put the work in, you know it can't take nothing from you. And if something catastrophic happens, there are safeguards in place so that it's not affecting you. That's what the problem is, bro. And people that don't understand that, they try to throw things out there like, man, the storm could come and take all that. That's because you never own anything, bro. You don't understand that people that own stuff, people that
Protect stuff.
work
Yeah.
in, there are things that are in protection. There are things there to cover that. There are things to make sure that this goes forward. Life insurance. If a brother passed, guess what?
Right.
This legacy is gone.
Right.
Look, niggas like that, they have a nigga scared to die. Oh shit, I can't die because
Right.
let me be humble. Let me be humble because these kids ain't gonna eat him or die. But guess what? People we talking to don't have life insurance policies, don't understand annuities, right? And I'm not calling them stupid or dumb, but they are ignorant to some of the things that are out there. And again, they categorize these things as for the others. You know what I'm saying?
I strongly don't suggest annuities, but I get what you're saying. I cringe every time you say annuities.
And I know why. We had that conversation already.
Yeah, but some people need to. But you're right. Some people need to go ahead and get that annuity. It's better than doing nothing. Who was at my door?
It worked. Go ahead.
Hold on. The lawn people.
Oh yeah.
Hello?
Oh, you can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Why you telling everybody you got cameras and stuff around your house?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no. I mean, everybody got a camera, right?
See.
Oh, yeah, I go assuming, yeah.
So my point is it's always gonna feel uncomfortable for people who because you know when you're talking to people and when you're interacting with people, you're always constantly trying to find commonalities. And when you see that commonality is on the surface, your expectation of those people are a little bit different. But when you notice their dialogue is different, right? Their conversations are different, right? Things changed.
All right.
Things change. You start separating people. I ain't never separated myself from anything by words, but if my actions separate myself from people, whoever it is, whatever color you are, that aren't doing well, that aren't thriving in life, then guess what? I'm doing something right.
if my actions put me in a situation where I'm having conversations about my children and what I'm doing for my children, and how I'm embracing where they're going in their life, and people are offended by that, I say there's something wrong with those people. It's crazy when especially when we have single family households are at an all-time high, 70% divorce rate. More children are more Black African American children are walking around with one parent without having connection to their father than ever before. It's fucked up when a father gets online and talks about his children and how he's supporting them through college, and that's
Who had a
being
problem with
looked
that?
at. Nah, that's being looked at as a flex.
Oh, okay.
That shows you that part of our community, not all of our community, part of our community got the.
I didn't hear you. Okay, hold on. You said what? Part of our community. What? Wait for me to get that phone right. What up, BDBGP? In the building. Yeah, fix your audio or turn the screen back on. There you go.
Say, you talking to me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Oh, I thought you always heard me. I said when you look at the statistics of people that are melanated in this country, right? That people that look like me and you see the single family statistics. You see that men aren't in the household. You
Oh no,
see
I
the
heard all of that.
effects of
I
that.
heard that. Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
you said it's a shame when
And
you get online and get vilified, right?
that lets us know that there's a problem with parts of our community. Anybody that considers that a flex, that's sad.
What's up, BD? Appreciate you dropping in and helping the algorithm out with a few comments. You there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you hear me? Was I cutting out?
No. I heard that you said thank you to BD. Oh, what's up,
Oh, okay,
BD?
okay.
I'm on my phone, so I can't see the comments, y'all. I can't see if anybody's chatting. But what's up if he's out there?
Yeah, we both on our phones. We can't see. I'm working, he's working, and we ain't even looking at the screen, but I'm glad I did look because I don't want to not acknowledge anybody, you know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, bro. I
Oh, let me
guarantee,
ask
man. Yeah.
you. Let's put that conversation away real quick. What when are you available Sunday? Because I need
All
to
right, bro. I
let
can't.
them know.
So this is tough, bro. I cannot commit to that because
At all.
unfortunately, this may sound like a flex, but bro, this is me celebrating my youngest daughter going away to college, and
Right.
I can't put a time cap on that. The invitations and flyers we sent out are 1 to 5, but
Oh
that
yeah,
time
no.
after that, the time after that, if she wants to spend it with me or we want to chill as a family talking, I don't want to have that cut short and have to come do this, bro. And
Right.
don't take this the wrong way, whoever's listening. This shit ain't nowhere near as important.
You could have just said family first. You could have left it. That's what I'm saying. Your choice of words is yeah. It's like, bro,
Oh,
family first, my
listen,
guy.
and nah, my choice of words are being descriptive, and anybody who's offended by it, oh well.
Yeah. That's the
That's
disconnect right
crazy.
there. That's the
That
disconnect
may
right there.
be. That listen, that may be, and I
Yeah,
don't want to be.
don't take this the wrong way. No, family first. Ain't nobody gonna take that the wrong way.
Hold
When you
on,
start talking about when you start talking about what
nah.
you don't give a crap about, it's like, bro, like, huh?
I hear it out though. When I start the conversation with family first, people feel it was comments about that. So I gotta say, I hope this don't offend nobody because I'm talking about my family and what I'm doing with my kids. That you see, think about how crazy that sounds. Only in our community will I have to parse that statement. That's what I'm saying, bro. And I ain't changed. I don't give a how nobody feel.
I got to get back with him and let him know. Sunday's a no go then.
Well,
So when are
I'm
you
not
free
saying
after that?
so. I'm not saying that it's a no go on Sunday. All I'm saying is it's very hard for me to commit to a time, bro. I don't know how that scenario is gonna go. I know Tuesday as well. I'm moving her in, so Sunday and Tuesday I may not be available. Wait, is it Sunday? Monday? Well, I got the. I think it's Monday. I'm highly thinking
So you don't commit to nothing, not even with your family, huh? I don't even know what day it is. So Sunday, Tuesday,
no,
or so
no,
Sunday,
no, no.
Monday, or
I have to no, I have to look at her specific number day. Hold on one second. Check.
Mhm.
What throws me off is the first of the month is on like a Monday, and then I'm thinking of 1, 2, right? So first day of the month, and they're different. So that throws me off. Oh, damn, and I gotta look at my other phone because if I go to my email on here, it's gonna cut you off. So hold on. I'm putting a bid in on these cars too, man. I'm acting acting.
Be humble. Be humble. No, just kidding.
That's funny. That's
As soon as you
funny.
start saying, be careful, bro. Landmines.
That's see. I guess I gotta go to that. I guess I gotta be struggling to be accepted. I'm struggling, bro.
Nah, you
It's
cool.
all
You
right.
know I don't. Hey, you know we locked in, but hey,
I'm just
we
waiting for them
live
to
now.
add my
Hold on, don't
EBT
forget we
card.
live. There you go.
Money on my EBT card.
Careful now. Somebody might get offended.
September 1st. What day of the month is September 1st?
Oh, that's a great question. So that would be
Now I gotta
Monday?
look at the calendar. Hold on. I gotta get the calendar.
No, that would be Tuesday, right? Because the 25th was
Hold on.
yesterday.
Hold on, bro. Let me look at the calendar.
No, Monday.
And I don't like
All right, go
this.
ahead.
I don't like this iPhone. No, September 1st is Tuesday. That's why it was throwing me off.
Oh, I did have it right. Okay. All right.
So Tuesday I won't be available.
Oh, I'm glad you said something because that's the day we go live. Cool, 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 cool.
Um,
All right.
so this is the discrepancy. I know I scheduled her move in for 11:30 in the morning on that day because I knew that we're I know that we're recording, but she said she told me 6:30. And I'm like,
In the
no,
morning or in the evening?
6:30 at night in the evening.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking that I still will find a way to be available for the live, but I will let you know and I'll jump in, bro. So I'm just kind of preparing you.
Right. Appreciate that heads up. Huh?
Yeah, bro. Um,
Right. Can't commit.
yeah. See, look at May. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you for
I
helping
know,
us
right?
out.
I just looked the same Tuesday.
Look, nigga, I was on my iPhone, nigga. Do you know how much shit I had to do to try to find the calendar on this stupid phone?
Be careful, bro. Be careful, bro. You just said
My
iPhone, so
fault.
that means now you got two
My
phones.
fault.
Oh
My
God.
fault. God dang it, bro. This is an Obama phone, bro.
Uh,
I'll be
got the
cool if it's
iPhone
Obama
4,
phone.
right? iPhone 4.
iPhone 3C.
There you go.
The
All
3C.
right.
Bro, you know what? Survivor's remorse, bro. That's what they want you to feel. They try to impose it on you.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Want you to feel guilty for any little success you got.
Let me ask a question.
I went through that too, and I don't even talk about nothing. If they just find
I
out
was
where I
about to
live, they snarling their lips up and, are you out there with them white folks? Whoa.
so hold
Like,
on.
huh?
Let me I was just about to ask that question, bro. So if we want to talk about the community in general, not making it a monolith, but just in general, do you think the community benefits more because obviously you're successful as well, right? Um, You're what I think our community would consider successful. I consider you successful, right? Uprighteous man, bro. Even down to your faith, you're approaching your way with going about it is maybe different than my way. Who do
Yeah.
you think the community benefits more from in terms of the way that we present to the community
Who
or the way
benefits
that the
more?
community? Yeah. Who do you think the community benefits more from? Meaning that if the community was in a vacuum, and we're talking about the
Okay.
community as a monolith, which it isn't, but we're just saying if it was,
Right.
and let's say that monolith means that they're oppressed, or there's these issues that they're blackly black. Let's just play that game, right? Now, if that is the community, and we're saying that was the monolith, not saying that's true, but again, if that was the case,
Right.
and there were two individuals that were going about their lives, and they let's say they both kind of cared, they both cared about the community, right? The way that I go about my life and operate, and the way that you go about your life and operate, and let's say the community was listening to us on this show, let's say we're both equally successful in the community's eyes, who do you
Mhm.
think, what approach do you think the community benefits from more, mine or yours?
I feel like it's a trick question. I was gonna say both, but now you said you had to pick one. I would say mine. Yeah, so I would say.
Okay, so watch this. I understand why you may say that, but I
Well, you
think
you
that,
you 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 brought the righteousness piece in there. That's why I said me.
well, hold on. Let's talk about it. So again, assuming the community is this monolith that we created,
Hmm.
I feel like if the community was listening to you, it wouldn't know those things.
They wouldn't know
It
what.
will. It wouldn't know about. You know.
Oh, you said
It
because I'm
knows that
not verbose and talk about it, they would know that I'm
they they
different.
would they would group. Yeah, they would group you in. That's why you're more accepted. You see what I'm saying?
Uh, I can see that. Sort of.
Again,
I can see
considering
that.
the community is this created monolith that we're using for this example.
Hmm.
Because of your approach, he want us, he cool. But does that progress the community? That community that we're talking about, right? No.
Wait, what makes me one of them? Let's unpack that.
Well, and I'm not saying that what makes
And
you
I'm
one of
not trying
them,
to make myself separate. I'm not trying to separate myself. I'm just saying what makes me so
I,
relatable.
I, I I'm saying that community will assume that because you haven't
Right,
given
based
them
on what
anything,
assumption?
because you haven't given them any reason, or you haven't talked about anything, or you haven't had dialogue of anything or any experiences outside of
Simple.
what I guess they would consider a normality.
So talking about family wouldn't give them pause
It,
because
it,
70% of the community is single parent led,
it,
right?
but
Divorce rate.
you
You gave the stats. Hold on. Don't stay here now. You put it out there. Hold on, this is wind blowing crazy. So you put it out there. You put the stats out there. You just put the stats out there about the single parent households and the divorce rates. Now, if you're just speaking strictly on finances, yeah, you talk more about your finances than I do. But we both speak the same language. I thought. I'm trying to figure out. That's why I said, is this a trick question? Like, what do you what? Why do you think that the community would accept me faster than they would accept you and wouldn't progress? And the phone.
Oh, I can hear you, Mike. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
All right. Yeah, we got to talk about that. I felt like that was a shot. Did y'all hear that? That was a shot. Wish I had my stream deck. Wow.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I can hear you.
No. So no, it wasn't a shot. I think, and I heard you a little bit. I got another call, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you don't. I'm talking about the way that it happens, and and you don't. Okay, so let's say you talk about family, right? You've never been accused of flexing because you always start about talking about what you're doing with your kids and with your family. You see what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
the delivery. It's the delivery, I guess, or the fact that, like, I don't mind. You ask me, I'm initiate I initiate conversation, and my conversation is not considerate of an audience. It's just what's real to me. And I think you have more tact. I think you have more social awareness, but you've never been a person um that will, and this is probably giving a little a little insight to how we operate on the podcast, but you've never
Hmm.
been a person to like initiate
Right.
conversations or initiate,
Right.
hey, this is what that's never been you. You will always entertain those conversations, have those conversations when they're brought, but you've never been an initiator, and you've never been the person who asserts something of yourself.
Oh, be careful now. What you mean?
Well, I'm not saying that in a negative way, but I'm just saying you're mellow, cool, chill. You know what I'm saying? And if it's there, it's there. If it's not, yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm
Yeah. Do that again.
saying?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. That's you. You know what I'm saying? Melatonin. But
Dang.
my point,
My stream
my
deck
point of
is.
saying it,
Ah!
my point of saying it is that even though you may operate and move differently, you don't have a lot of conversation about that to the extent that it implies that it's moving differently than the audience. I don't have a problem talking about how I move. I'm gonna answer the question without considering um the emotions or how it may have on the audience, and I take the conversation into great detail, and I think sometimes that is what makes people feel uncomfortable, and that's fine. But in the midst of their uncomfort, I hope it's motivating for those who haven't, right? Because I know when I
Right.
heard
Right.
certain
You say you
things,
hope.
yeah, bro. Have you ever been in conversations and just listen to people they saying something? You like, damn, I need to check that out. I need to get that together. That's how I got into real estate, right? That's how I learned about stocks. That's how I learned about the car business. A lot of things, bro. We was talking about the group home. I was like, man, this nigga making $40,000 the group. Nigga, that's how I got into trucking.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? That's motivating to me. And you know me. Think about it. All them conversations I had. Soon as I heard them conversations, who was I bringing it back to, trying to drag him into
Yours truly.
it? So I think that the audience don't understand. That's how I move.
Oh, they understand. This is who you are. Oh yeah. No, that didn't escape them.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out how would the community benefit more listening to you, and if so,
I
why
think
don't you have your own YouTube channel that I begged
because
you
I'm
to
not
get years ago?
because I don't it don't
Because you don't care that
um
much, right?
yeah, I don't care that much to have a YouTube channel. I'd rather live it. If you see me in person in my real life, and I'll talk to anybody, I mentor people. I don't
I
have a
don't
problem
understand what
doing
that means. What does that mean, live it?
because I'm more of
So, okay, so what are we having these conversations for?
well, we're having this conversation because this is really a us conversation. We're subjectively talking about what just happened, right? I'm not talking about in the sense of there quote unquote there's an audience right now. It's not really me. You know what I'm saying? I know there's an audience, but I'm not talking about because there's an audience. I'm just saying we really talking about the conversation. This is
I know,
like
but
for us,
earlier,
this is a
but
phone conversation.
earlier, it is a phone call. Actually, it is. Yeah, we
Yeah,
just lied.
it is.
Um, but earlier you said that those hostile conversations or those spirited conversations, outsiders or onlookers can see that us as a community are one, not a monolith, and two, actually care. So if
Yes.
we're doing it for the ongoers, why do you now not feel the need to have your own channel to do the same work that you're doing now?
I think that's a misnomer. I never said that we're doing it for the onlookers. I'm not. I'm not doing it from that. But I'm
No, no,
hoping
no, no.
because they're.
I know we're not
I'm a
doing it for
hope
the onlookers. I'm not. That's you. You stuck on. You're triggered. You're stuck on that point. The point is the outcome of the conversations is what I said it was. So the outcome of our conversations, if there's a plus, a positive, a hopeful positive, why won't you take that same energy and making your own YouTube channel? Why do you then
because I
scarf at
don't
the fact that no, I'm not doing it. I do it in real life.
because I don't have the energy nor the time to
Okay,
try
there you go. There it
to
is.
yeah, do something
Okay,
publicly. But what I am doing
there it is.
that's greatly equal to that, I'm inspiring my circle, my kids, my children, my family, the people that
Mm-hmm.
are around me on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the YouTube channel. Because guess what the YouTube channel is? Is a person seeing something and sharing what they saw and sharing that person sharing it and that person sharing it. So I'm doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't need a camera. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. He said that's my YouTube channel. I like that. I gotta use that.
Real talk.
YouTube
Real
channel got
talk.
3 subscribers, huh?
Listen, but it may have 3 subscribers, but it got a whole lot of views and a whole lot of watch time. You see what I'm saying? And a whole lot of shares. You feel me?
No, I feel you.
I've
It's still
I've
funny.
had I've had bro, I've had friends of my daughters and my kids' friends that have gotten older that called me out the blue
Mhm.
for all types of conversations. Um, getting custody of their child from their son's mother because I went through that and I got full custody of my son, and I walked them through court situations. Um, I've helped people through financial crises. I've helped people through some domestic stuff, right? So I feel like who I am and my experiences, they are getting out. Is not as commercial as this channel, but you know, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
So to answer the
Um,
question, you said you didn't have time or the energy. That's the answer. There's nothing else need to be
absolutely.
said as far as
Yeah,
comparison.
absolutely.
And we know we operate in the real world,
Yeah.
but you're only touching so many people in the real world.
I mean, I get it. I mean, I let me shut up because I don't want to keep talking down about YouTube, about social media. Yeah, bro. So again, like I'm gonna say this again. This whole thing right now is just a conversation for me, not a production. I think some people really don't understand the separation of that. So they just a part of the conversation. Um,
So when you gonna
I'll
let me
tell
know
you,
about your availability?
bro, I don't want.
You don't have to be today or nothing, but just
I cannot answer that, bro. You gotta call me in the moment, or send me one of the
call you in the
text.
moment, huh?
Or send me one of the text, like, bro, like you know how you be sending the text, you be sending them subliminal
Hmm.
messages. I be calling back like the girlfriend that don't want to get broke up with. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you need some flowers. What's your favorite restaurant, baby? You want to go get bring some stuff back, baby. And y'all don't know. Mike be bullying me. And he know he be doing it because he don't even got to say a lot of words. I get a phone call. If I don't respond, I get a text. He's like, bro. I'm like, oh, let me go get back. Let me get back.
if I don't respond, exactly. Like, mm.
Bro, and then if he respond with a shit ass ass, I'm like, damn, what I do now?
We'll be having a whole
Look,
conversation, texting back and forth, back and forth. Then I ask you about your availability, and all of a sudden the text stops. I'll be like, okay, all right, we're gonna play this game. Okay, okay. I
listen,
purposely, I get you a nice conversation. You go, then I just slap that in there, and all of a sudden, it's deaf mute.
bro,
Like, oh, okay.
bro, I swear, I think maybe because of how we present online, I think the audience might think I be winning, but nigga, no, no, no.
Nigga, I be chasing my like, bro. I didn't apologize. Just so y'all know, I didn't apologize to this Negro so much for this goddamn thing.
Mm,
And
mm,
he's like,
mm.
no, you ain't gotta apologize. I'm like, but no, man, I'm really sorry. I really don't want you to feel like that, man. I love you, man. You know, what you need? Anything, man?
Hey, I just want some transparency and a response. I don't care what you. If you got to change it, we got to change it. We got to change it. Just let me know.
Listen, y'all hear this? This is how the relationship goes. I am the bitch ass nigga in the relationship. Just so y'all know that.
What?
You did check the terms, and I'm making sure I'm in order. All right, listen, I can definitely do better. I promise you. I will let you know. I
Right.
promise you, I'm gonna do that. I got
Then next week, same script. Like, boy,
you. See.
that's why you notice Sonny. I ain't even texting Sonny. I was just gonna just let it rock. He come texting me tomorrow. So, where you at? I'm like,
No,
oh,
now
this
hold
one.
on. Nope. So there is a funny issue that we have been having on both sides. Those text messages are sent, but they don't get delivered till later, bro. That's happened a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll text you. I literally was on the whole time, and you like, damn, I just saw it. I'm like, yeah, bro, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what that was this morning. I
Oh, was
texted you.
that
You
this
said
morning too?
this. Yeah, I'm like, what's this? What does that mean?
Bro, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that, bro. I didn't even see that. I ain't gonna lie. I wish.
But that's why, because I text you about availability. That's why. It's like your phone always just malfunction. Anytime I text about availability and recording, your phone just does this weird thing.
I don't
You ever
know, bro.
notice that?
I don't know, bro. Yeah. I don't know. So what else we got for the people, bro?
Man, we're gonna be dropping a marathon. Oh, excuse me, I keep saying we. I'm gonna drop another marathon this evening.
Bro, hold up. We represent this channel. So when you say we, you're talking about the channel, bro. Facts.
All right,
God.
so A2D gonna drop
See,
a
that sounds like a complaint that you're doing too much, that you're holding too much weight.
no, we finished last night. There's no way I could have had something ready for 7 this morning. So I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna trip. I have something for 8 o'clock this evening.
That's fine, bro.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Another 10-hour special.
Hey, so I want to
And
make this clear. Hold up, I want to make this clear.
what up?
I want you to know, for all the energy and for all the work that you put into the production, I put the same amount of work in arguing with these niggas.
That's true. I give you that. I give you that.
Like, that's my contribution. Fighting the storm. That's my contribution. God damn it.
Man,
I know but listen,
I
when I
was like,
start
this dude
recording my
really?
kids,
You really believe what he's talking about?
bro, my kids go to the they be like,
You say
let me
what?
go upstairs. Like my kids hear me going into it. When I get into it back and forth, they fall off and look at me solid. Like, you got their ass. Let me go upstairs. Let me go upstairs.
You got him.
And then,
Right.
and then my son one time he's like, Dad, what were they saying? I was like,
I
they
always do
stupid.
wonder how that sounds. I always wonder how that sounds on the other end, because you got headphones on, you in an empty room and just shouting.
Bro. And he was like, I was like, man, they stupid. So now he's like, are they being stupid again, Dad? I was like, yep. He's like, what? And I'll be like, don't be dumb, son. Don't be dumb. Wait, hold up. I shouldn't have said that. Was
Yeah,
that
yep,
punching down?
yep.
You know what? I'm not gonna teach my kids to punch down. I'm teaching them to
See?
punch level.
See, just let them talk long enough. He'll start. Oh, yeah.
See, it be happening, bro. Guess what? Only the insecure are offended. There's a reason for that. You know what I'm gonna say? So I got this with Sting. I'm definitely, and I'm talking about my kids. I don't give a what they say. So my son is 7. My youngest is 7, and you know, he walking to school by himself, and I'm
Excuse
still
me?
considering him the baby. Yeah, he walking to school by himself. I consider him the baby. So I got him this call it a
How
gizmo
close is the
watch.
school?
Very, very close proximity. Let's just put it like that. Um, a block, if that. And not like a city
Oh,
block,
okay.
but a block over. Yeah. And I got him this Gizmo watch. So Gizmo watch is a watch with a phone, and we have like a GPS tracker and all that on it. And so, you know, he got
You
an
don't
ugly
let the
Smith
limo.
today.
You don't let the limo come get him.
Oh,
The limo, your limo. No, I'm just
why
kidding.
would
Go
I,
ahead.
why would I get car service from around the corner? No. But since you talking,
I'm
I
just the black
almost
car, man. Come on, man.
look. I was almost gonna give a flex about how he get to school. That was he was like, so you got your see, I ain't finna do that. But no, for real. So I got him this Gizmo watch, bro. This little Gizmo watch. Like I said, got the little navigation and stuff. And he take it to school every day.
All
He gonna
right.
call me when he get there. He call me when he come back, and we just be chatting, right? So today, because you want us to do this, I let him go to school, and all right, I said I'm gonna chill in the office. Let me around with this auction and some other stuff here. And I'm looking this whole time, and his watch is here. So he
Uh
forgot his
oh,
watch this morning. And
that ain't
even
funny.
though it's right around the corner, no, even though it's around the corner,
That's all it
I'm
takes.
sitting here like I got a little anxiety. No, I'm not worried about that because he's gonna be fine. But it's just like,
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. He's 7, bro.
yeah, that's well, no, bro, this is nowhere near that type of scenario. He is super good.
Oh,
Older
here
and
you
kids working
go.
together.
Oh, okay. Like back in the day.
Yeah, it's a community of elementary kids. Yeah, and yes.
Like
Anywho,
back in the day. Yes, yes. That's how
yeah,
we used to mob the school, just like that. Yes, that wasn't a shot. That was yeah.
yeah. So my point of saying this is that I still want to consider him um a baby
Mm.
because nigga, I've been having kids for 27
Since you
years
was a
in
baby,
some
yeah.
form. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's like, that's it. He got this independence. He like
Oh
shit.
yeah.
The shit that I've been talking about looking forward to. I'm like, uh-oh.
Hey,
Wait, it's here.
you start him off young. He's 7, walking to school.
Bro, and
He
he
ain't gonna have no
overheard.
problem.
Well, he overheard me talking about, I told you the conversation as soon as, as soon as King graduates in a year and a half, shoot, we gonna be up and out and just traveling. And he gonna be, he gonna have to learn school on the road while we, just exploring the world. You know what I'm saying? And he was
Right.
like, so I don't have to go to 4th grade? We're gonna look at hey, bro, when I tell you he's so smart, he's like, we get to go see this and this, and we can go to the RC track all day. And like he done made up in his mind all this stuff.
You're not right. He already made his schedule. Like, oh, yep.
Look, I can imagine him in school, like, I'm not gonna see y'all no more to you, but I turned 4th grade, I'm done. So it's funny how and they're at this age, they're putting concepts, thought together, planning stuff, and things are shaping into reality for them. So
Right.
yeah, to hear him say that, I'm like, dang, he was really listening to the conversation because I never came to him directly and said that. He really internalized that, and I guess he get it.
Do you worry
So we
about the
talking about
effects? Do you worry about the effects of homeschooling may have on them?
yes and no, bro. Yes and no.
Mm.
Um, I know that he's not, and these aren't the only children that have been raised abroad or
Right.
that have these experiences. So you're gonna find a tribe of kids that do that. And just as long as you raise your children to be good human beings, I think they'll be fine. Now the effects of formalized education, I think education is getting less and less formal right now. I think a lot of schools are trying to put safeguards in place so it's not completely technical. There are a lot of soft skills that are still necessary. But I think if ever there were a time to homeschool a kid, it would probably be, now, right? Because he can spend time on Zoom and still get those
Right.
those lessons and that direct tutelage, but I think it is the interaction that I like in terms of him growing up with other kids and having a peer group and being able to problem solve, identify different emotions and context clues from, conversational
Right.
situations, understand, human hierarchy, diversity, and how that plays a part in society. So I think there are a lot of societal things that that you can get in the classroom with 25 to 30 kids that he may miss. So I think it's definitely going to be important for us to try to emulate that in other ways, whether that's sports or other curricular activities that he can associate himself with other kids his age and his peer group. But from a learning perspective, I think the learning process is linear. What you take in is going to be knowledge that you're going to be able to find a place to use one way or another. How it's structured is not always important because kid can go to school here and go to the school there and have two completely different methods of instruction, but eventually they'll meet up somewhere in society.
Okay. So you just broke that down as an adult, a fully competent father. We're talking about a child and their brain development. We know you get it. I'm talking about the child. Are you worried about the effects the child may have? I know you understand it, can try to navigate around it, but that child has their own worldview and perspective, and they may feel like they're missing out on the school experience. Are you ready for that? Even though you got it
Well,
fully mapped out and planned?
and I don't have it fully mapped out and planned. So let me say that. Let me be completely transparent. I don't have it fully mapped out and planned. I'm gonna figure it out. But what I will say is you gotta think about that situation the same way you would think about a kid and his favorite toy. Before he was given that toy, he didn't know that was his favorite toy. That toy grew and became his favorite based on the consistency in which that he had it. If you take that toy away from him, and initially it's going to hurt, but eventually he'll get on, and whatever else is in front of him will become normal and be normalized. I feel
That's
like
assumptive,
that could
man.
be the
That's assumptive.
no, and
You
that's what I
not
said. I said I
you
feel.
you not
I
being
said I
able to
feel.
play right. I heard you.
I said I
You
feel.
not being able
No,
you not being able to play high school basketball at the level that you knew that you should have played. That still pisses you off and haunts you to this day. It may not haunt you, but it
yeah,
pisses you off.
okay.
Paper.
So you may be absolutely right. But in place of that, let's say he gets an opportunity to explore the Mayan ruins and wants to become an archaeologist, or he gets
Mm,
into a STEM program, that allows him to broaden his love and devotion for biology.
mhm.
So there are a
Yeah,
lot of different ebbs and flows to this. Why is
no,
she
I get
spending
it.
this fucking money?
I get it. I
My
just
daughter's
don't want to
talking.
remove
Okay,
the
go ahead.
human element.
Yeah, well, that's the only human element, bro. Again, think about it.
Well,
What we're
y'all, you
considering
talking
as
about you? Hold on, you talking about human experiences? I'm talking about the human element of thoughts and feelings. Like I said, you can create a paradise and then somebody will be ungrateful because they want to go walk through the desert. If you've done everything you've done to make it better, make his experience better than it would have been if had he stayed in school. Are
well,
you ready
let
for
me
that
say
not to be
this.
good enough?
Absolutely, just the way that I was ready to send him to school, and
Hmm.
him not liking going to school. Period. You see what I'm saying? That was
Okay.
it had to be a new experience as well.
I say that because I think I told you this already. When we moved out to the sticks, we did it for good reasons. We wanted to get away from the riffraff. We wanted to get some good education going on. You know what I'm saying? We wanted our kids to survive and not get caught up in street life or just being
What
innocent
what
bystanders.
wait, what's risk rap and what's the problem with street life?
Riffraff
I'm just asking.
can be
I'm being
riff.
asked,
Hold on.
Mike.
Oh, I'll explain it. Riffraff. It could be.
I don't want you to talk down to nobody.
You right. Well,
Thank you.
anyway,
Right.
I
It could
didn't
be
want
exactly
to.
what somebody going through right
I,
now.
I didn't want
Hey,
to
I'm the
have
riffraff.
them. I didn't want them to be caught in was it mistaken identity, get caught into guilty by association.
Oh, wait,
I didn't
wait.
I didn't want them to
Associated
be
with
on a
what?
t-shirt gang activity. If your
Gang
buddy
activity.
if your buddy is a gang member, but that's your buddy, you don't gang bang. That's your buddy. What other gang member don't care if y'all if you ain't gang banging, hey, you with them? We shoot. Hey, duck. Right? I don't want that.
So in essence,
I,
you wanted a safer environment for your children. You want it better for them. Do
yeah,
you think your
yeah,
children are better than gang activity?
yes, yes. I don't
Do you
consider
think
gang
your
activity
children?
as a product. I don't think gang activity is productive.
Do you think gang activity or gang members typically operate from a positive moral compass?
No, no, typically no, absolutely
Oh
not.
shit! Oh shit!
But I say all that to say that guarding them from one traumatic
Exposes them to something
experience
else.
exposes them to something else.
Yeah.
And I have to deal with or live with the fact that, hey, I had to make a choice, right? And now they feel like they're not culturally accepted in certain
By
spaces.
niggers. By niggers.
I know. Well, you put the hard ER, but yeah.
I said nigras.
Okay. I thought you something to say, dang, they gonna flag the lie. But
But
yeah,
but
so
but
they
so
kind of have a crisis where they were, weren't of the predominant when they went to school. They went to a PWI. So now it's like I gotta deal with that part of their childhood trauma. I'm just using that word loosely. Or childhood experience. There we go.
right. You gotta worry about niggers because ain't nobody else gonna say it. Calling them
Right,
whitewashed.
right.
Ain't that
So that's why I was
crazy?
asking. I know. So that's why I was asking. Are you ready for the other side of what that may look like? Of you doing the best you can as a parent and putting your kid in the best situation, and them not seeing it fully like you saw it. I mean, they see it like you saw it, but it was still shrapnel and side effects of not being exposed more to their culture. And I couldn't argue
Bro,
with it.
that's not
I vehemently disagreed, but it's just like I can't argue with how you feel, even though I would
so
make the
so
same decision 1,000 times.
so let's have that conversation. I'm glad you said that, right? The real conversation is this. What the can you call in our community? You see how we just psychologically throw that
Monolithically,
monolith.
monolith, yeah,
Yeah.
while simultaneously saying we're not a monolith, yeah.
And when we say that, the ideology that we're really using are the worst parts of our community. That's the 20%. But because the 80% is mixed in with that 20%, when you say I want to separate from the BS, they're associating themselves as a monolith and they get
Mm.
offensive. The difference between
No, I
you and
get
me is that you acknowledge that. I don't give a fuck
it.
because I'm speaking to the 80%. If they
Hmm.
don't know it, that's on them. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
I'm not
right.
Uncle Tommy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Uncle
Hmm.
Tommy. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm not Conan. And bro, I think that is one of the biggest things. We emotional. We will pull ourselves in to some shit that we ain't got no business being in.
Hmm.
Bro, you know how many people woke up one day and they was doing everything they were supposed to be doing in life and living a decent life, and they saw on TV Black Lives Matter was rallying and this, that, and the other, and they just jumped in. Black Lives Matter, yes, yes. Yeah. What?
He said, yes,
Ain't nobody
yes.
fucking with you. Ain't nobody fucking with you. What are you talking about? This ain't got nothing to do with you. Did y'all know these lesbians created this and this is on some BS? But guess what? We pull ourselves in. And guess what happens? After everybody pulls themselves in, those that separate get outcasted. If you say Black Lives Matter and another black dude say all lives matter, oh, it's a war. We in trouble.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
hell no. Hell no.
Why would you even say that? Hey, get out of
I'm just saying
here.
that's how our
You
community
was that
does.
guy? Was you that guy screaming
No,
all
but
lives matter?
let me ask you a question.
I want to hear you say this.
Mhm.
If you take that statement and you
If
scream
I,
that statement or present that statement to any other ethnic group, or if you did it to every ethnic group, tell me a group that will be offended, and tell me another one after that.
what? All lives matter?
Yeah.
What are you? What are you talking about?
If you took that statement
All lives
and
matter?
you said all lives matter, and you went down the line and said that to a individual in every ethnic group, tell me the ethnic group that will be offended, that will have something to say, and then tell me the next one after that. Because I'm
You
doing
know
two
why
right
they
now.
would? You know why all those groups wouldn't be offended?
I'm not asking why, because Black Lives Matter, that was created. It was
Why was it
created.
created? Why was it
It's not
created?
a Oh, I don't want to put there because we can go to the origin of that,
I ain't talking about two dykes and none of that. I'm talking about why was the term created? Why do you think that's
bro.
even? You think we all
It
equal and
was,
cool and that was just a catchy slogan
bro,
that we want to come up with?
bro. It was created to incite what it is as incited. Let me ask you a question.
Oh my God. Okay.
And I don't want to go
I'm
there.
talking about the spirit. I'm talking about the spirit of the saying. I don't care about the logistics that you're trying to speak about, and it was misused. Like you talk about the Bible was misused. It was used to enslave the enslaved. Like I got it. I'm not arguing that point,
It was a divisive
but
statement, Mike.
the
It was
principle.
intentionally
How is
divisive
that divisive? How is that
because
divisive?
it was because before
If
the
you're getting
statement
your
was ever
ass kicked
spoken, it was
every day
known.
and abused,
Mike, Mike, Mike,
don't Mike me.
that
I'm a conscious observer on the side. I'm not with Black Lives Matter at all. So please do not look at me like I'm down with the cause. But I'm saying I'm not gonna sit here and act like they came up with that slogan out of thin air.
so can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Was the statement not known before the slogan was spoken? And what did speaking the slogan do? What did it do for the people that are affected? Go ahead, I'll wait. My point is this: when it was created, and it was can you hear me? Hello?
Now my screen timed out. Hello?
Oh, yeah. Could you hear me the whole time?
I can hear you now, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm saying is, did you hear me ask? What did speaking the statement? Well, what did speaking the statement do for the people? That in itself, nothing.
I'm not arguing that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing what the result
Yeah.
was. I'm telling you the
So
spirit behind coming up with that slogan. That's all I'm talking about. Not the
and, and
execution
I
of it.
and I'm telling you this. My take is the spirit of coming up with the slogan was divisiveness, and it
Hmm.
worked until it was exposed. Because if that was the case, we still would be talking about it now. Do you see how
You
it
said it got
just?
exposed. Oh, you
Yeah,
saying the actual slogan logo and the that
yeah.
part got exposed, right? But we should still be. I think we are. No,
No,
they just don't
no. It
do it when
was
it's black on black. I thought they still were screaming Black Lives Matter.
no. That see the fact that you have to think. You wasn't thinking that 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You knew it. That's my point. It was divisive. My point again is this, bro. Sometimes things can be so divisive that, and if you understand that there is not really going to be action that comes behind it, but it will be, it will have the appearance of solidarity. You can create things that are contributing to the divisiveness.
All right, bet. What if they had said Black Lives Matter also? Would you be cool with that?
Bro, I don't care either way because I know it. I know it's true. I know Black Lives Matter. I don't need it to be said. I don't care. It doesn't. I mean, it didn't do anything for me one way or another. But I
Well, that's
understood
because your life
why
wasn't
it,
personally affected. That's like saying I didn't
bro.
have
It
cancer,
did,
so I don't care
bro. It
about
did.
Cancer Awareness Month.
Hold up. Hold up. It did, bro. Violence has affected me. It does. I get it, bro. What I'm saying is this, bro. If you're saying it as a cause to awareness, like they say, breast cancer month, I get it. But what I want you to understand is that breast cancer is categorized, can be categorized by people. And when those things are done, money is raised and it goes directly to those individuals that are affected and it stays. You're
Yeah, don't go
always
direct.
going to,
Not all of it. But go ahead.
but you know what I mean. What I'm
Mhm.
saying is the outwardly, the attempt to create a movement behind that slogan, it had the appearance of something that was non-divisive, but it was more divisive than anything because it didn't have it didn't have a legitimate purpose other than
I'm not arguing
uttering
none of this, bro. We
yeah
agree. So
other than uttering the words.
yeah, you trying to explain it? I agree. All I was simply saying and asking is, do you think Black Lives Matter just came out of nowhere, or do you think there was a reason why
Yes.
somebody had to say, "Hey, Black Lives Matter"?
No. I think I understand what you're saying, and I agree what you're saying, but I think it absolutely came out of nowhere because it could have been
Wow.
said in
So
the
go
70s.
ahead.
It could have been because the ideal of it was in the 60s. The ideal
Exactly.
of it was in the 70s. The ideal of it was doing slavery. It was
Okay.
said
So
and
what's
known and
there? You go.
understood then.
So there you
It
go.
was just said
So
now
that's all I was asking.
just to get people emotionally aroused.
That
That
part
was
I'm
the
not
heart of
disagreeing
it.
with. That's that you answer my question. Everything else we are in lockstep agreement with. It didn't just come out of thin air, but it was used to cause division and stir up emotion and raise money. Yes, I agree with everything after the point where you just said it. Yes. There was a reason why Black Lives Matter had to be a slogan, but it was just demonized. It was used, it was weaponized. I agree.
Thank you. Thank you. But
I never not disagreed.
I guarantee there's somebody, a certain somebody that if they were listening to this that has a channel, oh
He said
buddy,
a certain somebody. Right.
oh buddy, with the white man, with the white symbol, the white man holding the globe. That's this guy. He don't even know it. That's so funny, bro. That's so enigmatic. It's crazy, crazy. But it's all right, bro. I digress.
So you
So if
say you
anybody,
so you say you're ready. So you say you're ready for your for what comes with your son's experience as it
no,
changes to you're not ready.
no, I'm not. But I am prepared to support him as those changes come. I ain't ready for it. I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be.
Mm.
Right? All I
Yeah.
know is them hoes ain't gonna be speaking English now.
So you say you know people, you know military kids, right? You know their experience, how they always hop up from state to state based on the assignment. Do you
Yeah.
ever talk to them and see the effects that may have, you know, happened to
Not
them?
not with any intent.
Just to gather information.
I
That's all. Yeah.
yeah, I have had conversations with people who have been military brats. Yeah, but have I intentionally been seeking that out and trying to process that information as I've been thinking about the circumstance with with my son and what may be happening
Yeah.
next? You know me, I'm very fluent, so it may not. I can't say, but I know what my desire is.
No, no, I'm
So no,
not knocking your desire. I'm just saying, I would implore you to do that. Seek out homeschool children or parents that homeschool their kids, and there are effects, positive and could be negative, based on whose viewpoint you're considering. But I would just peer into that, like military kids and homeschool kids, to see what that looks like.
you
That
know
way,
what?
it'll help you arm yourself better.
That's a great point. And if anybody's watching, I would love to interview you. I would love to
Yeah.
interview and find out more about that experience. I think that definitely would be helpful. not just for me, but for anybody who's thinking about a transition, man.
Anybody, yeah, because the information, bro, you got, because yeah, even though my kid is a senior, it's over with. But if I had kids, I would like to know because that's always an option. Lee homeschooled for I forget how many years, 2 years maybe. I think it was 2 or 3 years. I forget. But that
See,
had negative impact on
was that the COVID thing?
him. No, no. Well,
Oh,
was it?
bro,
No, I don't think so. That
nigga, let
COVID
me
was
say
wild.
this,
That was
bro. Those kids did horrible. I was looking at that. Y'all was dumb. I still think some of them lingering effects that year and a half, 2 years that they missed. And they had us in the kitchen trying to stand behind them, trying to correct that stupid what they were saying. I'm like, I don't know this. Nigga, how you got the new math thing moving all the numbers over it and all these tic tac toe
all of
boards
them.
doing math problem now? What the fuck are we doing? Theory. I
Man,
swear, bro.
I told my kids, this gonna be in y'all social, this is gonna be in y'all kids' social study books or whatever, history books or whatever. I said,
Yeah.
y'all lived through a historic event, so get ready to tell your stories.
Yeah, bro. That's a crazy event. And I was like,
Hmm.
wait. I was like, wait. These motherfuckers gonna be at home? Hold on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot
Hold
of
on.
homes. Happy homes broke up during the pandemic, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. Look, it's a lot of 5, 6 year olds right now too that didn't want to be here.
I know, right?
It's a lot of
That's true
circumstantial
too. You're right.
kids.
No, you're right.
A lot of
I'm gonna look
circumstantial
that up and
kids,
see how many
man.
kids were born. And hey, when was the lockdown? What month did we get locked down? Was it March?
I think it was March 2019.
Okay, so we gotta fact check and see how many births there were in December of 2019.
Yeah. I know what was crazy. So I got my dividend statement is coming for Nike, and it's been getting lower. But I looked, I was like, damn, right after the
Mm,
pandemic, I sold at the
I
perfect
was gonna
time.
say.
Yeah, I think it's less than
Mm, you
$40
say you
right now.
sold at the perfect time?
Bro, so when house values
Yeah, I
went up,
have.
right? When the stock went from I think it was like 160 some dollars, like it was a little after the pandemic. Remember when I got to the trucking stuff? I sold some of that to get to my truck.
Right.
And yeah, when I saw it was at like I said, 160 some odd dollars. That was great. 'Cause it's historically like 40s and 50s. So yeah, let me shell out some of this. Let me play with some of this. And now I'm like, uh-oh, I'm looking at they send the little statement. I start looking at the site. I'm like, damn, they got 8 pairs of J's is all
Yeah,
on sale. They ain't selling out no more.
that's a hellacious drop. 160 down to 40. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, bro. Well, so the thing about it is, we didn't get off to another concept. Um, the way that I look at it and what I've learned, and I was a shoe person back in high school. I was all on the J's.
Hmm. If you're talking, I don't hear you.
My screen timed out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
my screen's timed out. So
Yeah.
yeah, as you know, in high school, I
Hmm.
was a shoe dude, right? Just like anybody else. Had to have the shoes, and I understood it was a trend. So Nikes was a big thing, and it evolved, and I think it peaked maybe in 2021. And now this new generation, I don't know what y'all call them, Gen Q, P, whatever that is, they're going
Gen
all the way
Alpha.
back to the old folks shoes. They can't
Yep.
justify spending $230 for somebody that they never seen or a brand that they're not able to be associated with, right? So the new
Right.
market is changing, and I know what I've seen historically is that a company like Nike understands what they're doing. So for them to be in the 40s or 30s right now, they're gonna catch that next wave again somehow, right?
Well, yeah.
Either
If they're
whether
sustainable, right? This is the time to buy. Yeah.
yeah, but again, think about it. Fashion is trendy.
Right.
It's so no trendy, bro. All it's gonna take is new people. They get tired of New Balances, and Nike come out
Right.
with a $30 shoe that is catchy, and there's an artist behind it or something. Or it's, they back on like pop the corn.
Hey, you notice that?
Uh,
Do basketball shoes go anymore like they did back in our day? Like, do people be walking around wearing the Ant Mans? Is that a thing?
so that's interesting. So what I will say is this: in the gym when I go hoop, there's more
Mm,
diversity in gym shoes as far as hooping wear, as far as the shoes that people are wearing than ever before. So yeah, when I think about what's going on with Nike, and I see what's going on out there, it's all over the place. People go ANTA, people go Ling Ning now. People go, it's no loyalty. But what I will say
right.
is that you don't see any of those athlete shoes, sneaker shoes worn outside of the gym, outside of that sport. So
Ah,
I don't,
okay.
yeah, I still feel like Jordan was the only shoe that transcended. And it's like, again, think about how crazy this is. They keep bringing retros out, and it's the same
For a reason.
technology that was no,
Yeah.
it's the same technology in them shoes from the 80s and then the 90s, right? And they keep
Hmm.
and nobody cares because they're not wearing them for basketball performance.
Yep. It's
It's
more
it's
casual
it's
now.
it's a fashion. Yeah, it's a fashion thing.
Huh? Right.
But what I'm saying now is that people are moving away from that because the market is saturated, it's flooded. And I feel like I said, it's hard to justify to a kid that never seen this, doesn't understand the experience behind who Michael Jordan is and the iconicness of the shoes. It's hard for them to justify spending $230 when
I mean, you
when
keep saying
gas is.
Jordan. Hold on. You keep saying Jordan. I'm just talking about today's player. Forget the Jordans. The Jordans aside. Do you see Ant Mans? Do you see what's the boy buddy that played for the Celtics?
Well, that's my point. So let me kind of rephrase it. Once we bought Jordans, we were spending 150, $160 for Jordans. We were buying
Mm,
them for the purpose of their performance for basketball, and we were using that, and then they became the fashion thing. No other shoes now are becoming a fashion thing. The shoes that you see that are endorsed by athletes are typically worn
just hoopwear.
by people who are participating in that sport. So you can justify spending $230 for these KDs because if I'm playing basketball, I'm gonna do it. But if somebody doesn't play
I
basketball,
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. They wear New Balance. Yeah.
yeah, they're wearing New Balance, they're wearing Asics, they're wearing those have
Right.
becoming those things. No other basketball shoe is transcended that way. I think Nike is trying to do it with the Devin Booker shoe, but nothing else is transcended like that.
So basically, today's sports shoes is just for athletes, basically, and that's just for hoop purposes.
Yeah,
They're not really wearing it on a
yeah.
day to day. Okay.
Athletes or wannabes. um, wh- or what I will say is this, there's gym wear. I think people are very specific now. Like, bro, I want
That
some
is true.
cross training shoes. If I go buy cross training shoes, they used to be able to get them for $50, $60. And cross training shoes like $160, $170 because they're for the purpose. People are being more purposeful with them.
I got to see what shoes my son got because he always trying to get them Jordans, different the ones or the fours or whatever was popping. I didn't hear nothing this year, so I got to see what he was rocking in school. Probably some new. I'm pretty sure some New Balance. Pretty
Because
sure.
that's the trend. And what's crazy is those New Balances, when we was going in there stealing them shoes and
$20.
walking past all them New Balances, they used to be
Yeah.
34. It was grandfather shoes.
Right. Yep. That's what I tell my kids
I'm
all the time, man. This stuff y'all rocking, man.
well, right
Yeah,
past that shit.
right fast.
And the designs is exactly the same. The 90s, 60s, I'm like, bro, this is the same shoe that was around in the early 90s. What's going on?
Yeah,
And they was $49.99. And they was at Famous
that
Footwear. The
fast.
store you ain't showing.
Right.
And it's crazy.
Yep.
But again, it's a trend. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you seen the shorts, bro? The blue jean shorts? Have you seen the shorts they wearing now? Remember the shorts we used to wear in
Uh,
the 90s that came down to our knees?
Yeah. Oh, they went back to that. Yeah. Yeah.
bro. It's like, come on, y'all. What we doing there?
Watch this. This is gonna throw you off, bro. Guess where my guess where my kids love to shop?
Uh, Burlington. I don't even know what
It's
stores are left. Dick's.
nope. Nope. Pause.
I know, right?
Goodwill. Goodwill.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say
They
that. Yeah, I do remember that.
love thrifting, bro.
Mm.
They love nostalgia. Like my daughter, she'd rock my jerseys and my old shorts and stuff. She'll go find like she'd be like, "Hey, can I?" I'm like, "Damn, hold on. I got a Lil Wayne t-shirt. Like, can I?"
He said, hold on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still on that.
Hey,
But
people sleep on the
again,
Goodwill
it's
though. People sleep on that.
hell yeah, bro. Come on, listen. Everything that you get, the second that you use it, it's used. So
Right.
what are we talking about? I got
You got a
I'm
delay. You got a delay, bro. I just thought about it. You got a delay going on. I don't know if you want to drop off and come back,
it's a
but
delay
you got a
now.
delay. But, like when I talk, you don't hear me right away, and then you'll pause, and then you'll stop. So it's got to be some delay somewhere going on because we kind of
That's
talking
probably
over each other
because
a little bit.
that's probably because we're on a cellular network, and it's probably gonna be that way no matter what.
You didn't start off like that.
Oh well, let me try something. I want to try to let me put it to my Wi-Fi.
But you're right. It
And
could be a signal. You're right.
yeah,
Newfangled technology got him in a chokehold. Oh shoot, my bad. He ended back on the scrizine.
yeah. Did you let me back in?
Yeah, yeah.
Is the echo there? Is the delay
Nah,
there?
no
Okay.
delay.
Yeah, I just connected to my Wi-Fi. Cellular signal be jumping from tower to tower. So,
Right. Okay.
but yeah, bro. Do you hold on to it, bro? so, so this is funny too. Throw something else out there. So I got a few SUVs. I just bought another one, right? And my daughter and her friends, no matter what the badges are, right?
Mm.
Two are German, right? They call my vehicles mom cars.
Who? You said mom card?
Mom cars, bro.
It's crazy work.
And I
Well, I
wanna
probably got a mom
literally,
card too. Then if that's the case.
but bro, I wanna punch her in her face. You know what I'm saying? I literally want to punch her in the face when they say that. But again, you gotta think about like us. Our generation, we are always
Mm-hmm.
looking for ways to separate ourselves and create our own
Mm-hmm.
identity. So
Yep.
if the only person you see in these types of cars in your area are people like that, right? It
Right.
turns into
That thing.
another
Yeah.
perspective. And that's what that is. That's for them. I'm like, ain't that about it?
You
That's
got
what I
you got to
want
pull up.
to.
You got to pull up in a Hummer. You got to pull up in a Hummer or the Cybertruck. Get some respect around there, huh?
Bro, it
Or a big stupid expedition, or a big gigantic SUV. No, that's probably a mom car too. Now that I think about it, hold on.
bro, it's funny.
That's definitely a mom car. Soccer mom. Pull up in an eighty
It,
thousand dollar SUV and they start calling it a soccer mom. But it's like, whoa,
it's so interesting, bro.
very.
But
So yup, New
it's
Balance, March lockdown, January. Oh, I didn't know you was listening. Hey. That's what I don't like about this phone, man. I can't see your chat like that. 1 year, it was behavior issue. Okay, so Lee had homeschool for 1 year. My bad. I thought it was more than 1 year. Show you how locked in I was as a parent, huh?
Ooh. Hold on. You
Like,
know
dang.
they gonna get you for that. You
I
got
know,
about this,
right?
but you ain't spend no time with you.
There
You
you
wasn't
go.
there.
There you go. You don't even know how many times. You don't even know how many years your kid was homeschooled. Like, wow. You got it. You got it.
That's so funny. Did you do your homework, son? You got homework? He gives you that. You should know. You just left school. I'm sorry. I got my son here, y'all. Oh, man, that's a flex. I'm sorry, son, for checking on you and seeing you have homework after your day in school. Apologize. Your dad doesn't want. I don't want to flex to everybody. Just know that I love you.
There you
Okay.
go. Right, right, right. No, hey, relax with all that father son time, man. Go ahead on with that.
Look. My son, he's laughing right now because he know what I'm talking about. You know what Daddy's talking about? He's like,
Ain't,
nah.
no, I ain't stupid. Hold on now. Hold on. Tell him no, no, no.
Wait. I can't, son. I cannot interact with you for another 5 minutes because I don't want anybody to know anything. And I won't say that I'm taking you to KTR so you can do your scooter and jump on the trampolines. I cannot say that. So don't tell anybody that you're doing that, son. Okay? I don't want your friends to be. Well, parents probably wouldn't be offended because they're probably gonna come. So apologize, guys. Sorry, it's a flex. I'm just playing, son. Yeah, he's trying to. Wait, they can't come. They're my friends, man.
You muffled a little bit.
No, I said he's in here trying to justify. Like, wait, they can't come. Make sure you don't
Uh-uh.
have no homework. Give me a water and one of my energy drinks. I got these little sugar-free pallets with B12 in it.
No, don't try to justify it. You drinking a monster or something. I'm trying to dress it up.
No. I don't think Monster, bro. I had my boy pass kidney stones and it was bad.
So I be trying to tell these folks, put them energy drinks down.
Yeah, bro. I literally heard
Dang.
him in my bathroom king and it was like tink, 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 tink. I was like, what the? And bro, he was bloody all on my couch. I couldn't believe it, bro. And we
Wow.
called the ER and was trying to send him trying to, take him in and find out what to do. It was like, can't do anything but pass it. And they said take some ibuprofen for the pain. If
With
he's
the kidney
already been
stone.
diagnosed with what it was. Yeah, if he's already been diagnosed with
Mm.
what it is.
Said, tink, 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 tink. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Bro, hearing them drop in my toilet, bro.
Ugh.
It was so I don't even talk about it, bro. You gotta understand. He was so embarrassed because he's a grown man and I get it, but he was in pain. And we go where?
Bro, I'd have been past embarrassed. Like that hurt. One stone hurts. I ain't never had them, but good Lord.
Knock on wood, bro. Calcium deposits, bro. That's yeah. And they hurt going through your system. And when he was getting to the point where he was trying to like literally pass them, um, it was an all out issue.
Hmm. How old was he? Oh, is he? Excuse me.
He's got to be a couple years younger than me,
Whew.
40s. But when this
Hmm.
happened, this happened when I was back there. So this happened before 2007. So he's in his 20s.
Oh, that's crazy. You passing kidney stones in your 20s? That's not a good look, health wise.
It's a lot.
Man,
It's crazy. All I said, like how you say that's crazy work, that is crazy work.
that's absolutely nasty work. 20 in your 20s, dropping that many kidney stones? Man,
Hell, he is drinking now. And
might want to call and check on him.
oh, he has some issues right now.
Have you heard from him since?
Yeah.
I know he do. Oh, I know he do. You doing that in your 20s? Oh, yeah. Pack that up.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy, bro? I'm convinced that there's no such thing as healthy food anymore.
Same here, bro. Unless you, I can't even say that. Unless you growing your own food, I really can't even say that.
Bro, so okay. Let's talk about a little bit of conspiracy. And I want to ask your take because you're pretty level headed, but I want to ask your take on this. And I'm starting to look at stuff, right? So, um, watched, I watched, and we watched, and we were a part of uh the transition of a lot of things.
Hmm.
One thing that I remember is that when we knew music used to come out on a cassette tape. It first came out vinyl, then it went to cassette, then went digital. Same thing
Whoa, slow
with
down, slow down,
videos.
slow down, slow down, youngin, slow down, youngin. You forgot about the one before that, 8 track. There we go. You know what it's
Okay, that's
called?
your age. That's your age. Nah. Yeah, eight
We
track.
only a year
But
apart. We only a year apart. Relax.
I'm messing with you. But my thing is that we watched it go from there. Then it went to DVD, right?
Right.
And the process of us consuming things was us having it go and we were purchasing and we owned the physical copy.
That's right.
So we own our rights to that physical copy. And that thing essentially was ours. Well, I remember we used to have the CDs. We used to have all our music in the music
Hmm.
case. It was
The,
ours.
the big old binder. Yeah.
Yep. And we owned it. And then what happened was it went from that to
The digital binder.
the digital.
Hmm.
Because we used to have it on the MP3 drive, right?
Oh yeah.
And we still owned it. And the reason why they did that is because, people were duplicating CDs because we were
Right.
duplicating it, and we were cutting the market out. Well, the market is transitioned so much that now they own it all because it's digital.
That's
All
right.
we're doing is borrowing the
Subscription.
experience from it.
Yep.
And they're charging us to subscribe for the access. Bro, video games are now doing this, right?
Yep.
Because they want to control the reproduction of the product so that they're always in control. Now, this is a part of the capitalistic society. Well, you know what else they're doing that with?
Well, here goes the food reference. Go ahead.
Food. When you go buy
Houseway.
fruit, like watermelons, the reason why
Oh, that
they're
seedless.
they're seedless, so you cannot grow
Yeah. So
your
you can't
own.
grow. Yeah. 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 Okay. 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 You made the connection. I see you. Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. I gotta get a
Don't tell
clap
me,
for that one.
don't tell me you got no. Come on, not on here. um. So yeah, bro.
Yeah. Ken with the analogy. Oh yeah. That was pretty good.
No. So the observation that I'm making is that these are some of the ill effects of a capitalistic economy. Because if capitalism becomes a priority, which that's the problem. Capitalism isn't a problem in general, but when it becomes a priority, it skews the true benefit and advancement of the overall economy. Because even the people that are there to regulate the economy or regulate regulate for the economy, they're enamored with the capitalistic views
Yeah. I
because
don't
they're
think that's a
part of
far
it.
fetched. I don't feel like that's a far fetched conspiracy because that's what a lot of people are pushing for us to start growing our food now before they eliminate the seeds to where you can't replant.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's a
So
far fetched
that's
conspiracy at all.
so remember Blockbuster Video out of business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We used
Here
to love
comes
going to
Netflix.
Blockbuster.
Here comes
What about the
Netflix.
Dropbox? Remember the Dropbox, the red box, or whatever it was called?
Yep. Redbox,
Oh yeah,
physical, gone. You still can rent stuff, but guess what? Netflix is the new Redbox.
subscription. Yeah,
Yeah, subscription. Guess what else is happening? Nigga, they are making cars loaded with options.
That is true. Yep. Yeah.
But
Yep.
now, in order to use the options, you gotta
Yep.
pay a subscription for that
I forgot about
service
that.
to
Yeah.
work on your car. So with my Teslas, bro, I paid for the FSD, but now cats got to subscribe. It's on your car, but you got to subscribe
Right.
to use
To
the
get
option for
access.
full self driving.
Yeah, ain't that something?
BMW does it for if your car has heated and cooled seats. If you want to use that option, it's a
That's
part of
crazy.
this such and such package that you pay. You pay like
That's
$14
crazy.
a month.
Hey, that's
Cars got
smart though.
navigation. Got navigation and
That's smart.
Wi-Fi in it. You want to use it? Yeah, bro.
That's smart, bro. Licensing. You can subscribe to it, but the moment you stop paying, the moment you lose access. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
capitalistic. Instead of selling to
bro.
you once, I can sell it to you over and over again.
Oh, bro. Let me show you what's crazy. So you know I'm dealing in the car business, so you know that already, right? Um. So when my new car I just got, very late model. Normal. I don't buy brand new, but very late model, right? And I always, scan through my vehicles just so I can see what's up and see, just reset anything. Even though when I bought it, I knew it was good, right?
Right.
Bro, I got an OBD2 port on that car. There is a security protection
Oh my
that
God.
I cannot scan
What?
the basics of the OBD2 port
Without that
without
subscription.
having a bidirectional decoder that comes from
Oh my God.
a subscription to the dealer.
Man.
Yeah. So you can troubleshoot, and this is the argument because I looked into that. I'm like, wait, what the? And I talked to my guy that works for that company's dealership. And I was just talking to him about it. I was like, man, so what's really behind it? Because they can't you can't prevent somebody from working on their vehicle. And he was like, no, you can work on them. And we talked about it. I was like, yeah, you can work on them. He was like, but you have to pay us for our knowledge of how the systems work. Because those systems tell us what's wrong. So
Right.
you have to guess and try to figure out what's wrong. You can fix it.
The game is
Do whatever you
rigged.
want to
Yeah,
do.
the game is rigged.
But look, you're gonna have to see the light because the light is the indicator. That's the dummy indicator. And you're gonna be like, well, it feel like it's doing this. That's the old school way. Before OBD2 was there, something go wrong with your car. Let me check and see if it's carburetor. Because when it do this,
Right.
it's carburetor. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go back to the drawing board and try
What
to
up, Juice?
figure
I
out.
finally seen the comment. Oh. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, you gotta go back to the drawing board and figure out what may be the issue.
Yeah, that's crazy work. I'm just
Crazy
happy that
work.
I ain't got to cross that bridge yet.
Oh,
My
it's
vehicle
coming.
4 years old. I know, but I'm just saying I ain't got nothing that new to where I got to get down and dirty like that just yet.
The next vehicle you buy,
Exactly.
have that safeguard.
Exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
The first vehicle your kids buy is gonna have that safeguard in place.
Yep.
Bro, there's a so I'll be paying attention to the Chinese car market. The Chinese cars are especially the EV market, they're so far advanced than what we have here. And they're less expensive. What a German automaker is doing now is they're building their cars with the same capability as the Chinese EVs, right? But so that they can capitalize on what they'll lose in margins, right? You'll have a car it's kind of like how like think about the generation now, like the video game generation. Like these kids will play Fortnite, right? They get access to the game, but if you want these skins, you got to spend this money.
Right.
You want this, you want to do this dance, you got to spend this money. And that's how Roblox, you want this specific car, you got to spend this money, right? So because Think about the generation that has been raised on that and then Roblox or whatever, and they're used to paying to enhance the subscription
Right.
and for it to be what they want. There's an automaker that is making a car that has like 1,200 horsepower, all the bells and whistles. You're going to get the car, but in order to unlock that horsepower, you have to pay either per use or a prescription for the car to operate at its maximum potential. That's so that they can capitalize on the margin that they're losing versus that
Right.
they're
I
going
got
to
you.
tend to lose versus the EV cars, right? Somebody can go get a Chinese EV right now for $40,000, $50,000, right? And let's say that thing has 1,200 horsepower, it goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, like and let's say that's the thing they want, right? Well, Germany is like, okay, we can't make that car. We can make that car at the same price, but we can't get the margins that we're used to getting in that car. And the person who buys that car, they love the fact that that car has that power and they can do it. And that's why they're buying it. But practically, you're not trying to go 0 to 60 every time you drive that car, right?
Mhm.
So what this German EV is doing is say, okay, we're going to build a car like that. We're going to make it somewhat in the price range. However, when you pull up next to one of them MFs and you want to race them, drop that cash tag, drop that credit card, and we're going to let you
Right.
activate this extra power so you can use it when it does. Isn't that crazy?
I actually like that. Yeah. I'm trying to race. Let me hurry up and update my account real quick. Hold on. I'll catch you at the next light. Hold on. Let me make sure this payment go through. Yeah.
Bro,
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Hyundai started it by giving their cars a 20-second boost of like 70 extra horsepower at just for a limited amount of time, like for
Right.
like 30 seconds. Isn't that crazy, bro?
Oh, that's ingenious.
Could you imagine driving a Ferrari for 20 seconds and after 20 seconds you back in the Beetle?
Right. Yeah. I feel sorry for the Need for Speed folks because they're gonna be broke, folks.
Yeah. So that's crazy how the market is bro. That they're like everything like, bro. You about to have listen. I had this conversation with my guy. I said, shit, they gonna make dating and marriages like that. Hey, I'm married. This is my subscription.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Yeah, we
upgrade
was talking
something
about
this
that too.
weekend.
Yeah.
I bought the 6-chick package. If I want to upgrade to a mad chick, I'm gonna spend $20 extra per month.
Right. Bad
You
chick.
know, you know what I'm saying, bro? Dude, I feel like it, bro. Again, I
Hey,
think
they might do that, Ken. Hold up. They might do that. Marriage be on a subscription basis. Like sign this 6 month and you can re-up if you wish or walk away. Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that.
I literally mean it. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a contract, bro.
Right.
Hey, and truth be told, that's what we doing
Shit,
anyway.
no, it's just another contract. Right.
Yeah, you be testing it out.
So you can
You
test
know what I'm
it out.
saying? Let me see what this dude. My 6 months is up. I'm good. Decide to explore the bad bitches. That's what.
Mhm.
Like, you know what? I don't like this regular. I'm gonna trade this 6 in for an 8. I think I spent extra money. Give me an 8.
That's funny.
Oh my god. Or hold up. You just think about it. It might be happening. You just pay for an 8 for an evening. Hey baby, you know what? I'm gonna spend that extra $50 this weekend to go out and get this 8. I'll be back on Tuesday. You know it's in the contract. Page 6, section 17. Side bitches included.
Thanks.
That's crazy, bro. You should be able to do your kids like that too, though.
Nah, I don't want no other kids. I ain't trying to swap them out.
Look. Hold on. When you jump in a relationship, like, your kids look all right. 3 months, you trade these out, man. I ain't fucking with these kids. No. You get with this chick. She got a 6, 8, 12-year-old that look like he about to be like LeBron.
You know what? I think we gonna work this out. You know what I'm saying? I love you, son. Welcome to the family. I got papers on you, son. Can you dunk? Can we get this Neo contract next week? Hey, bro, I think
Yeah,
that would
man.
help for broken households.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it sounds silly on the surface, but I can see it because they're doing the NIL deals. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro,
if they monetizing their likeness, I can see, I can see everything, every scenario you just laid out. I can see everything being subscription based. I can see it. It sounds
bro,
silly, but I can
it
absolutely see
is
it.
really, really in effect. And I feel bad that I held my son out. Well, no, I don't, because I think he definitely needs to develop. I held him out for football last year. So he's back in this year and he's working his way to varsity again, right? Um,
Mm.
when he was coming into as a freshman, the rival school, um, the school that my nephew goes to now, when they played each other, their summer ball team, they have like this school team that plays in this summer league, and it's kind of like a farm team for them. My son played against them, and he was pretty dominating, bro. And I know the coaches and stuff because my nephew was, I know my nephew was playing.
What
But the
position?
coach was
What
talking about,
position he play?
well, my son played linebacker.
You
My
said he play
nephew's a
what?
receiver.
Linebacker?
Yeah, my nephew's a receiver and safety. My son plays tailback and linebacker now.
Oh,
He
okay.
plays a little bit of good too, depending on the package that they're in. But nevertheless,
Yeah,
when he was in,
he definitely built like a linebacker for sure. But go ahead.
Mhm. um, what happened is they approached me out there at one of the games and talking to, hey man, why don't you send him over here and put him together? Your son, we really can use your son on the program. He got size that we love what we see. And I'm like, all right, nah, man, I want him to go here because my nephew's school, I think it's a 6A school. My son's school is a 5A. And I don't want him to get
Mm.
swallowed up in the program. But he was like, well, man, we got some kids that are gonna be looking at some nil and we do have what we call a scholarship. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, scholarship. Man, bro, they're giving these kids access to a gym, like a gym membership. They'll pay for the gym membership with
Okay.
trainers, access to the facility, the school facility, right, with their trainers, and like a $1,200 a month stipend.
What?
Yeah, bro, just to go to the high
Okay.
school.
Hey.
I was like, yeah, bro, I ain't finna be on the news. Nope. you, you know how they pull you to the side and let you know,
For the
this is what we can
monetizing,
do.
bro.
Yeah, bro. And then well, what happens
Right.
is I guess that helps them get their sponsorship based on like they're a Nike school or Under Armour school.
Yeah, they get some early exposure.
So that shit, that's bro, it's crazy now.
Your
Bro,
phone must have oh, there you go.
yeah, I said this stuff crazy now. I could have never imagined using this school, bro. Even though I think it was happening in a different way. I think the coaches was taking care of the kids, but I don't think it was, as collective as it is
Mm-hmm.
now.
Yep.
But yeah,
All right, bro. I'm about to get up on finish
so
this last assignment. Welcome.
well, I gotta take this kid to the trampoline and skate park.
Yep. I
Is
know.
that wait,
So I'm trying to get
wait,
up
is that
off
a
of here.
flex? Is that a flex?
Depending on who you talk to.
See, that's the
Anything is a
problem.
flex. Depends on the ear.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, when I say, hey, I got to get off here and finish these last two loads, that could have been perceived as a flex somehow, somewhere. I don't know. Oh, you got a job? Oh, you trying to, what you
You
trying
got
to
a
say?
job. What you trying to
Oh,
say?
my
What you trying to say? Your unemployment check don't come on there. So wait, you don't got no Section 8? Oh, you think you better than me? Yeah.
God.
Yes, nigga. I think I'm better
No, I
than
didn't. He said, yes.
you. Yes, I absolutely
No,
think
I'm
I'm
better
better
than
than
Section 8.
Section 8.
I ain't better than you. I don't care about you.
Absolutely, I'm better than Section 8. Section 9.
Right.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, here comes the little monsters walking in. What up, boy?
You ready for the game tomorrow?
All right, man.
This dude say, you know who